Hi, hello, good morning. It is Artificer Ilari. It is a little after 10. Um, this is what I get for trying to catch up on my notes for my college class before I stream. Um, so I realized after I ended my last stream that the very next thing that I wanted to do was go to the war table so that I could go and get some war table missions done in between streams. And I got that whole cutscene with Morgan and the Illuvian, so I didn't actually get any of that nonsense done between streams. So I went back before the save, so we're gonna do that now. Um it's a lot of plot nonsense, so I think I'm going to finish trying to do some inventory management in case someone misses the first few minutes of stream. Um, but, you know. Okie dokie. Um, what can I do before I get to plot stuff? Not much. Because 23 is right about where my inventory lives. Because I have all of these life ward amulets that I'm never going to use. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to store that because I looked at this um, after I said, "Oh, I need to keep this for Bull." That says level 20. We are level 17, which also means that I'm over leveled for basically everything that I can do right now. But it also means that Bull can't wear that Vitar yet. And I gotta strip that, so I might as well do those two things. Yeah, I've got a bunch of weapons and things to inventory manage. And then we did some character stuff last time. Um, I didn't talk to everybody, but I talked to a lot of the characters last time because I was gonna end, and then a couple of people showed up, and I was like, "Hey, I guess I can do this. Yeah, I'm good with that." Which I don't regret it because it's like some of my favorite scenes were what I got last time, so I'm certainly not complaining.
Where's my hammer?
Just wasn't exactly in the plan initially. Ooh, 7% range defense. I can't use that. She's got that. How about Bull? What do you have? 5. Ha ha! Superior! And they look exactly the same. That's great. Congratulations, you now have 2% better ranged defense. Okay. Um, sigils. I was gonna look at sigils. Um, I have to pay very close attention to what Tali's mana and stamina is doing right now, actually, because I forgot that I gave her that one. But if you double the max, you almost never get down to the minimum because of the sheer amount of stamina that you have and also cooldowns on all of your abilities. So that shouldn't be an issue, but I have to keep an eye on that. What else do I even have? Sigil of the Bronto, double max guard, minus 100% max barrier. Cassandra can use that. Because Tali, the stamina stuff doesn't really affect your Inquisitor as long as it's, like, you're paying attention. But the guard stuff, I shouldn't say that. The stamina stuff makes sense for your Inquisitor as long as you're paying attention. The guard stuff, like, I almost never lose enough guard to even get down to Tali's health, so I don't think that's gonna do too much damage or too many problems. And also, there's literally no reason for me to give Bull that because the Reaver specialization operates partly on him losing health. So, like, the Reaver specialization in Inquisition is the new Berserker specialization. You hurt me, I kill you. Um, Death Root was 10% attack versus healing. That one's 200% flanking damage minus 50% attack. We're getting rid of the Sigil of the Deep Stalker because the computer sucks at flanking almost as much as the player does. Um, Ilari's really bad at flanking damage. And then 10% attack minus 50% healing bonus. That's not really worth it. So I'm gonna sell that one. Did I look at the weapons closely enough? Okay, so some of these, I gotta strip those two, but I was looking at cut per slicer. That particular one, 221 DPS, isn't bad. It's not quite 293, but I think that one has a rune. Yeah, that one has a rune on it, so 82, 82, 82, 86. So we're going to use that one instead of Edge of Vengeance, because my Assassin Blade right now has a Demon Slaying rune, and then the Edges of Vengeance here have corrupting runes on them, so that only does damage versus living. I've never quite figured out if dragons count in that, because it says damage versus living, which, you know, you would think the only thing that wouldn't count for would be like demons and undead, but then there's also a dragon rune. So there's I think it's the cleansing rune that gives you damage, additional damage versus undead, and then you have demon slaying, which is what I've got on here, and then there's a dragon slaying rune also. So that's that's a thing. I've never looked closely enough to figure out if the oh, and they've both got the flanking damage bonus. That's awesome. Excuse me, I've never looked closely enough to figure out if the damage versus living also counts for dragons, because that would be great. Ooh, spiked longbow. Hey Sarah, what do you have? Because not that. And that says level 16. Oh shit. 110 versus 95, but look at all these extra um abilities I'd be losing. Better crit chance, dex, willpower. I think the willpower is because of the longbow grip though. And then 10% chance to drop caltrops versus Trepanner's requital here. 16 dex, armor penetration, flanking damage bonus, and then exploding targets. Okay, so I think we're gonna do that one. That was Florian's bow, because I fought Florian this time. Named for an old Imperium fable that reflects a nation's fears of tranquility, Emry Nias claimed to be a healer. Too late, her victims learned the hate behind her meaning. Her father, dead to magisters, her lands forfeit. Her sing-song taunt frightens Tevinter children to this day. So much pressure, so much sickness, it's your thinking, too much quickness. Harrowed arrows stop your dreaming, outside smiling, inside screaming. So, she was making them all tranquil by shooting them, I guess? I don't know. Either way, that's terrifying and accurate. Okay, so, um, Yeah, so 110 versus 96. So I would be doing 16 more damage, but losing all of those other bonuses. So I'm a little bit torn here. I'm gonna think about that while I swap around my weapon stuff. Okay. Badoop, badoop. Badoop, badoop. Oh, the guard! I love the guard. Okay. Because there's that one bow grip that you get that has like the knuckle guard on it, and I love how it looks. It looks like a friggin' uh, basket hilted sword almost. These all say +3 con. So you now have basically two of the same dagger with different blades. And no rune on the cutler slicer, which is fine. Sarah. Sarah. Too far. Too far by a lot. Okay. The Trepana's requital. That... Oh my god. Okay, so I was assuming 16 dex was because that is a really fucking pretty bow. I was assuming the 16 dex was like the bow itself had +7 or +9 and the grip was +7 or +9. No, that longbow grip itself is 16 dex. Holy shit. We can we're gonna keep the 16 dex over willpower or constitution. 'Cause wow. Oh my god. Okay. That bow is gonna stay where it is. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's a thing. Um this one. I mean, I guess I can do that for this one just to keep it in inventory, I guess. I don't know. I would rather have a longer and more successful kind of fight than... I didn't ever notice that weird little... Is that a feather? The little embellishment on the bottom of the bow underneath the grip. That's interesting. I'd never noticed that before. And it's not oriented upside down, so it's not like that's supposed to be near the top. Then again, that would be a really... No, I guess that wouldn't be in your way, because it would be on the opposite side. Because if you were trying to aim... I can't... Okay, I can't flip it that far, but if you were trying to aim the bow, that would end up uh, on the outside of your line of sight if you were trying to shoot right-handed like most people. With the bow in your left and the string in your right. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. Um, which, you know, I'm very good at getting distracted. 9 willpower I really don't need because the one that I have on the other bow that I just put on there was 11 willpower, so that can go. Pointy dagger grip, I only have one character with daggers, and he has two of those, so we can get rid of that one. That one needs to be sword. That one needs to be sold. That one needs to be sold. Save really quick. Sell all the things. That can stay. Oh, I forgot to sell the mail. Whoops. Store those. One more thing. Sell. Yay! Down to 11. I should just fucking sell those life ward amulets because, like, I think I have 5 of them, 6 of them. So superb, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular life ward amulets. I am extremely unlikely to need these at this point in the game. Because the thing about the life ward amulets, they're good for, like, oh my god, I died. Now what? But then if you don't have an amulet on, you lose the ability to, you know, fix your buffs and things. At some point I will go back through and craft everybody better armor, because I just realized I haven't crafted anybody armor since pretty much the beginning of the game. But everybody's over 200, so I'm also not super worried about it. And also, none of them are, like, totally disgusting, gross-looking, horrifying armor. So, I'm not that worried about it. So, alright. I've been live for over 15 minutes. We're gonna be heading into the war room to talk about Neluvian. Tell me a story, Morrigan.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
But first.
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the
Good.
words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your
Yay.
actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Hooray! I'm sure they are.
We've beaten their god twice over. Corypheus must be livid. Where is he now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus
Good
uprooted his
question.
major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds.
Oh no, he does have an
His
answer.
army
That's fair.
clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
Yay! We'll keep them there.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
After a
But
while.
what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking.
I'm not going to the
Alpine
Temple of
ruins
Mythologist yet.
since
I have
David.
like 4
I
optional
believe he
maps to
seeks
do
more.
first.
What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
Fortunately. She's such a snot. And now I'm torn, because now that Tali is not in front of a bunch of people who are going to judge her on how harshly she talks, and she's back at Skyhold, where she is actually in charge, is she going to be a wise ass, or is she going to be like, please? I haven't decided. Oh yeah, and I have to actually have a conversation with Morrigan in the gardens, too, because she wouldn't spawn last time. But when I reloaded after my my oh no, I wasn't supposed to do this yet, she was in fact in the gardens. Yeah.
You have my attention, Lady Morrigan.
What Corypheus seeks in those forgotten woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
I can help, please do.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Show and tell time! Field trip, but Tali doesn't know it yet.
This is an Illuvian.
Yay!
Elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
You sound positive. It's beautiful. I don't think that she's gonna look at a giant magic mirror and be like, this is so pretty. She's gonna look at a giant magic mirror and be like, what She's a dwarf. She doesn't magic. You brought it here? How? I'm torn. Because I don't remember what that does. And she's not... Tali is not anti-magic. She's very, I don't understand this. Because she has no reason to. She has several reasons not to, as a matter of fact. So I suspect it's going to be more, how? I trust your expertise, but also, how?
You can restore an artifact like this.
There was a price, but one I gladly paid.
What was that
I
price?
found legends of an elven temple
I want to know.
within the Arbor Wilds.
What price did you pay,
Unsuch.
Morrigan?
It proved too
Also, just
dangerous
you
to
wait for
approach,
prices.
and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
For the time being.
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Congratulations, you have opened a door in my keep. To kind of nowhere. I like to think of the Crossroads, as they call it, as being inside the Veil. Not across the Veil into the Fade, but inside the Veil. Once it loads, that might make more sense. There we go. I love the weird antler tree orb things.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
That could be useful.
A useful trick.
For one who knows the way, certainly. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most
Can
of the
you
mirrors
even
are
imagine?
dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but...
Can we just talk about the fact that she mentions corrupted Illuvians? How does one corrupt an Illuvian? Is that what happened to Tamlin and Mahariel at the beginning of Origins? Is that why they ended up finding Darkspawn? Exactly what does that mean? Like, how do you corrupt a door?
How did you find out about this?
It's a magic door, but that's not the point.
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It
Once.
offered sanctuary.
Only once.
Sanctuary.
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients
Where else
were
did you
not
go, Morrigan?
resourceful.
Did you go to the Fade?
If they'd only back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
Are you sure? Like, I think of this place, the Crossroads, as she calls it, like an antechamber. Because if you think about, certainly if you've played Trespasser, spoilers incoming, if you have played or watched Trespasser, when you are running between the Winter Palace and all of the Illuvians that bring you to different parts of the Fade, that's very much like an antechamber, or a foyer, or a vestibule, if you want to listen to the assholes that were arguing over it at the Winter Palace in Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. But the point is, it is still a location. if it exists, and it continues to exist, apparently, while Morrigan is able to bring you back to it, like, why can't you stay there forever? I mean, I can imagine that you shouldn't, because magic is weird and might fuck with you, but why can't you?
What do you mean a few can be opened from this side?
Some
It's
of the
like a
Illuvians
door.
have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar.
Is it a door or a
All
jar?
others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
What kind of key?
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
I don't get it.
This is all very interesting, but why show it to me?
This is not the Fade, but it is very close.
We're
Someone
in
with
the
enough
veil.
power could tear down the ancient barriers.
Someone with enough
And
power
enter
could
the
tear
Fade
down
in
the
the
ancient
flesh,
barriers and enter the Fade in
like
the flesh.
Proteus wanted to do with the anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the
So,
Outer Wilds as I did.
also
He
spoilers,
marshals the
like
largest
Solus!
forces to reach it.
I'm gonna sleep for a couple centuries. Oh, I'm back. Oh god, what happened? Oh no, this is my fault. I'm gonna undo it.
We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Also, fuck pretty much this entire world in the meantime. Yay, we made Corypheus desperate. Also, the room with the Illuvion is, adjacent to the gardens. So we're gonna just walk right out into the gardens and talk to Morrigan, because, as I mentioned, she didn't spawn last time. So we're gonna do that now that she should be there. Excuse me. Nothing in here but a mirror. And, like, I love how the Illuvions look like they're not even particularly useful as mirrors. Like, part of the thing is, like, the reflections that you see are of the stuff in the room, and your Inquisitor will never be in the mirror. But also, look at how warped everything is. Look at that. That's what the door looks like. Like, it's so warped, you would never be able to mistake this for a mirror. That's not a reflection, I lied. That looks like it's just showing you the Arbor Wilds, now that I say that. But either way, that's very bizarre. How? Because that looks like it's, like, inside Skyhold for, like, the bottom third of the mirror. Because that's... Oh, that's weird. Okay. Wherever this is showing you, it's not a very good mirror. It's warped as hell. And like I said, you can't really use a mirror if it's that warped. Like, this is not going to help you if you're trying to use it as a mirror. Which is probably both extremely useful for the elves that know what the fuck it is, and extremely unhelpful for literally everybody else. So I don't remember exactly what I need for herbs. But I'm quite sure that Rashvine is not among them, because Rashvine is something that I am about to be finding in large quantities once I get to the Exalted Plains, which I don't recall, but I think that's where I'm going next. What do I need to upgrade my stuff? Emerald Vein. Do I need Deep Mushroom? I know I need Arbor Blessing. We're gonna go... I might as well. Screw it. Oh, Embrium! That was the other one. We're not... Oh, we're gonna grow Deep Mushroom in this one place because I wanna show y'all what it looks like in the pot because it's something that didn't quite occur to me until after the first time I saw it in the pot. Because it's just, you walk by it and you're like, yeah, whatever. It's growing out of a rock formation, and then you see it in the pot and you can see what the formation actually is, and it's weird. It is fucking weird. So I'm gonna replace these with Embrium. Not that I can't find Embrium, but I never pick up enough of it.
You're one of the faster ones.
We all try.
Okay. So now we're gonna go talk to Morrigan, because she is standing here like she's supposed to be.
Tis a large fortress, Inquisitor.
Thanks.
Think, until recently, this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world.
I mean, we were desperate and lost when we got
What
here.
if it is
Just
pleased?
saying. Or, well, I shouldn't say that. We were desperate, and everyone but Solus was lost.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarasalan, the place where the sky is kept.
Tarasalan.
It is said
I'm
that from
gonna
here,
forget that, but
they
I'm
reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest.
like
They abandoned it,
mentally
as did the
marking
humans who
that
came
she
after
said
them.
that so that I can
Bones lay upon
potentially
bones,
look it back up
silent
later.
until your arrival.
We were lucky to find it. I mean, it's not luck if Solus led you to it. How would Tali respond to that? It's defensible.
It's more defensible than Haven. After what happened there.
You chose better than perhaps even you know. The magic
That's 'cause I
in this
didn't
place has
choose.
seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin
I
did
was
not know what
led.
they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice.
By a
You
particular
were
elven
kind to
mage.
welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Regardless of Leliana's distrust, I feel like if Empress Celine, of all people, was like, yes, this one. I want this one as my court enchanter. That's a reason to be like, yeah, okay, I'll take you on. That works for me. Politically and personally, because we need someone. And apparently Vivienne wasn't it. You'll be useful. I really want to do that, but also Tali's not going to be outwardly that rude. Thank you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman.
I accept your swearing of help.
Yet one must ask, what were the old gods?
Gee,
what
I wonder.
secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. It is that he actually may.
I find it interesting that she implies that is, quote, what all should fear. Because, she's not entirely wrong. That would suck and be terrible, but also I'm pretty sure that, there's some folk that would be rather less worried about that because they have more knowledge. I really hope that was a leaf because it looked a little bizarre and it looked like papers. And oh no, okay. No, I lost the angle. Okay, whatever.
I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness.
Good morning,
of
MH.
exploits
Good evening where you are, I guess.
doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise,
You haven't missed much.
will no doubt be
I talked to Morrigan. We went to the Crossroads.
so they would have us.
I called it an antechamber. You slept for 4 hours. Is that a nap or is that like a short sleep? Because if that's a nap, that's a good nap. If that's you were trying to sleep overnight, that's not good.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman?
Try not to die challenge. Yeah.
Inquisition's
Yeah,
ranks.
that's important.
Once I was an apostate,
Not dying is
being
a
well
good,
away from the banal influence
a
of
good,
the Chancery in the
a
Charlie
good goal,
Wilds.
at least.
Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's
You know, it's
court.
like when people
It is
start going, "Oh, I'm
certainly
getting
noble
older,"
to
and they
one
start
day
like
be the collected
complaining about it. I'm
son
like,
of
would you
a
rather
young
the alternative? 'Cause you ain't dead. Gasp! You're an apostate.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
I love Morrigan for that.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and
I was worried about
demand to
homework
know
and
why
did them
I
all.
need
Yeah,
some country
yeah,
priests
that's
to
part of the.
treat me
I
to
ended
control
up
my power.
starting at
They
10:15
put me
because,
on a leash
as
so
we
I can feel
mentioned
safer
on
at night. I am uninterested in their
on
contest,
Discord a
and
couple
that's
hours
no
ago,
interest
I
as
was like,
stands
I
in
want
their
to
faces.
get some of my notes
You
done.
went
I
to
finished the
Ferelden during
chapter
the
notes
riots.
because it's
The
all
blight
stuff
began
like
with the
it's on like
riots, so yes,
the
I
chapter that we're
witnessed
doing
just
since
how.
the semester just
Indeed,
started.
I
The
fought
chapter
on
that
the
we're
hero
doing
Ferelden's side for a time.
we're going to be finishing
He is the reason the
tomorrow
blight
is on like
did not
DNA,
trust him with the
RNA,
chance. I
and
regret a great deal for
ATP,
that.
and I took
Most of all,
an anatomy
I
physiology
left where I
class
came to
in
Orlais.
high school, so
The
we
last
haven't
place one
reached
would want to
anything
be
yet that
or
I haven't
visit
done
was Winter.
before. So all of
The
this
Orison
is
Court
review
seems
for
like an
me.
odd place to
So
send someone
it
like
took
you.
me like
That was the point.
an hour, maybe?
I knew the Empress was
No,
intrigued
less
by
than an
the
hour.
arcane
Like
and
45
had
minutes
questions
to
no
go over
Chantry mage
two
could. Thus we
sections
fit together
of the
nicely.
chapter, which
I
are
became her
relatively
advisor,
dense, but
and she
again, if
my
it's all
benefactor
review.
and source of refuge. Truth be
So,
told, our arrangement would not have
like,
lasted much longer.
I could probably
Too
still
little
summarize
trust
cellular
easily.
respiration after
I'll lead you to
10
the
years,
Of
because
course.
I studied
I
it
imagine your forces will be heading into the
enough
Arbor Wilds very soon.
that it's
Inquisitor.
just,
Trust
it's
me
in
when I
there.
say
It's
that
in my
wherever
head.
Yuval is hidden, it is
I
worth
shouldn't say
any
I could still
effort to
summarize
prevent Corypheus
cellular
acquiring
respiration,
it.
because I'm positive that I would miss something, because I haven't actually looked back into it yet. Because the ATP section of the chapter didn't go that far
I'd
into
like
it,
to know
but
more about you.
If you have
man.
questions, then ask.
Oh, no, that's not the
I'll
one that I
lead you
wanted.
to the garden.
I will not leave you to the garden. Hang on.
Greetings, Inquisitor.
I selected the wrong thing. Why do you know
Seems to know a
about
great
elven
deal
lore?
about
You're not an
elven lore.
elf?
The Dalish are not the only ones interested in the distant past, Inquisitor. Indeed,
RNA,
my
3 high
studies
energy
allow
phosphate
me
binds or
access to
buffers.
places
IDK how
the
it got
Dalish
translated.
dare not even
ATP.
dream
Yeah,
of.
yeah, no, I was gonna say
Ancient
that's
elves hold
ATP, not
secrets
RNA.
they have not yet given up. Secrets
So,
of the
I mean,
Foundation's
adenosine
secrets
triphosphate
itself.
is
Thus, they are my focus.
3 high energy phosphate
Corypheus clearly feels the
bonds because it's the noun for binding. To bind is either binding or bond, and in English they went with bond. Um, and the buffers are something else. Buffers are the items that can act as an acid
Now
or a
that you've
base
seen the Inquisition up close,
to
what are your impressions?
regulate
Tis
pH
remarkable
in the
what you
body.
have built.
Uh,
I'll give you that. Leniana has built a network of spies beyond anything Thedas has seen.
so
All this in precious little time.
yeah,
Conjured from
phosphate
thin air
bonds.
with the power of fervent
It
hope.
is super
I wonder
straightforward.
if Corypheus
It is.
suspected what he was
I mean,
doing,
I don't
just
know
as I wonder
exactly
if
how it
the
would
current
translate, but a lot of
rules
it's going to be very
was
similar.
wanted.
Because with a lot of scientific terminology, you can't really go too far from the source before the meaning starts changing. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will become of all of this once he is defeated. Oh yeah, you can actually do this now, can't you? You can be like, let's beat him first, or you can be like, I don't fucking know. Or you can be like, the Inquisition must continue, which is literally never my answer. I think I've selected that at the end of Trespasser a couple of times just to see what it was, but like there's like 4 different ways to select yes, the Inquisition will continue versus no, the Inquisition is done. So I don't remember which ones I've done. Let's worry about beating him first.
We have to defeat him first. Then I'll worry about what's next.
Should that happen, the world will lie at your feet, more or less.
Fair.
Beware the heights you reach, Inquisitor. When this is done, many will be eager to knock you back down.
I feel like that's a very rude thing to say to a dwarf. Beware the heights you reach. She's gonna be like, am I gonna fall up into the sky? No. She's been topside long enough. She doesn't actually believe that. She understands how, gravity works, but still. Adenine to thymine, guanine to cytosine, and uracil. Yeah, those are spelled slightly differently, but yes. Let me see here. What do I have? I don't need that right now. I need to go back to the war table, don't I? Uracil, basically replaces thymine. Excuse me, so that one would bind to adenine if that was a thing that they do, but they don't do that with RNA. Because RNA is the single strand, so it doesn't have to bind with the other nitrogen base. Okay. Use the world map to control. Oh, Care Oswin! That's what I was gonna do next. Okay. So, yes. Alright, we're gonna go close a rift in the hinterlands, and then we're going to fucking Care Oswin. I'm very glad that I did not say that I was going to the Exalted Plains, because I'm not fucking doing that, because I forgot that Care Oswin was a thing. So we're gonna do that. As soon as I go back to the war table. But why? Why what? I don't know what you're looking up. I don't remember. I don't understand. Sometimes, if you're not super specific in chat, there will be exactly enough lag between you hearing what I've said, or rather, between me speaking and then the stream transmitting, that I have no idea what you're responding to. Hard and Hightown, no dagger in the back. Ah, yes, this is... Alright, so Lieutenant Mallory. Lieutenant Mallory! Commander, the Kirkwall Guards don't particularly appreciate our being here, but they're not willing to turn us away, so I'll call that a small victory. None of the magistrate's neighbors saw anyone entering or leaving his estate the night of his death. There were no footprints and no signs of forced entry. The guards suspected a coterie hit, but the knife found in the magistrate's back was very expensive, not a disposable weapon. Argent thinks this wasn't a professional kill. We're checking into the knife's origin now, Lieutenant Mallory. Okay. I still haven't gotten to talking to Aveline on that. Oh my god. Why do all of these have follow-on quests? I have so much shit to do. Damn it. Oh my god. Red Jenny attends a party, so this was Sarah. Sarah was like, yo, can we, fuck up this guy's party? And Josephine was like, no. And Cullen was like, we can do a training exercise outside and distract everybody. And Leliana was like, we don't have to do anything. We're just going to turn off the lights. So I went with Leliana. It appears our detracting lord found shame in the dark, thanks to a scandalous laugh. Also, blind fets are now the rage. Can Red Jenny claim that? Olay remains Olay. I can't, like, French accent. Name of our enemy, a favor returned. Ooh, a favor returned. We want to do. We want to do this. We want to do this. Wait, please. Okay. Bitrate, please. There we go. Ambassador Montillier, it was lovely to see you at the Winter Palace. Your presence in our court is like the emergence of the first lilies in spring. Oh my god, is she flirting with my ambassador? I think she's flirting with my ambassador. In the spirit of friendship, I am offering the Inquisition a unique opportunity. You may be aware that King Wilhelm of the Anderfels is about to celebrate Bitrate what? Why is this buffering so much? Arg. Are we back? Oh my god. We're on genes. That dude in his experiment with peas. Ah, Mendel! Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ba 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 ba. It was lovely to see you at the Winter Palace. Your presence in our court is like the emergence of the first lilies in spring. In the spirit of friendship, I am offering the Inquisition a unique opportunity. You may be aware that King Wilhelm of the Anderfels is about to celebrate the 3rd birthday of his only son, Prince Baldwin. The festivities will be quite lavish, and representatives from nearly every court in Thedas will be bringing gifts. Wilhelm is an exceedingly pious man, even for an Ander. A gift from the Herald of Andraste delivered to the party could earn the undying approbation of the Anderfels. With regards, Celine Valmont. I know exactly what to send. We need only a messenger. Okay.
Inquisitor.
Oh my god, there's so much. What happened? What happened? I didn't do enough of... Oh god, there's so much shit. Or Meat or Legion Mercenaries probably has to be Cullen, but I also have like 5 things that he still needs to do. An offer from the Crows. This one also has to be Leliana. Do I need to... I think I need to find Caer Oswin, don't I? Or... Hang on, did I do that already? I might have done that already. I must have done that already, because I don't see it over here, and I remember that Caer Oswin is around here somewhere. So alright, we'll send Leliana for an offer from the Crows. Okay. A letter delivered to Skyhold. Its sender claims to be a member of the Antivan Crows, an infamous guild of assassins. We encountered your agents in Hercynia. It seems the Inquisition and the Crows share a target. Our employer bears no love for Lord Enzo due to... well, let's just say it's a personal matter. Of course, I imagine your motivations have more to do with the man's Tevinter friends. You know the Venatori. We know Enzo. Why compete for the man? Lend us your knowledge, and the job will be done far more quickly. You eliminate an enemy, our employer removes a political rival, and we get paid. A happy ending for all involved. Gita. Josephine. The Crows are an unfortunate reality of Antivan politics. They will pursue the contract regardless. We may as well know where they are. Or Cullen. Do we really want to get tangled up with the Crows? Our people can handle this. Don't! So the problem with that is that, you know, saying our people can handle this is literally how you get tangled up with the Crows. Versus Leliana. Cooperating with the Antivan Crows works to our advantage. They have more knowledge of Enzo, and we gain contacts should we need their assistance in the future. Oh my god, that's only 9 minutes. Alright. Pretty sure or Legion Mercenaries has to be either Leliana or Josephine, because that says busy, and Cullen's not busy. I'm stunned. Oh my god. Alright, where was I gonna send Cullen? What was the dasher? What about the ambush? At our own oh. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, so this was actually mentioned. I think it was during the Wicked Grace scene. Oh boy. So shit. I wouldn't think that this would require Ugh, I wouldn't think this would require one or the other, so I'm gonna go with Cullen for now, because I think this was one of the ones that I decided I wanted to be him. But I... Yee. Kadash. Just a warning. The Dasher's up to something. Lots of dusters are arming, and all I get are sideways looks when I ask questions. Varla. You remember her. Cut purse. Castless brand. Told me she heard them say they're taking out a deep lord from Orzammar on his way back from meeting the Inquisition. Dunno if it's true, but you might want to find out. Lantos. We should add our own soldiers to the Orzammar ambassador's escort. Versus, we can scout the road to Orzammar and wipe out this ambush before it happens. We're gonna go with Cullen, I guess. Delicate negotiations probably has to be Josephine. Dagger in the back was the one that I was thinking of. Yes, and I don't recall who does which, actually. Because that's when you finally get the response from Aveline that I've been waiting for. I'm not gonna worry about this shit right now. Leliana will be done in like 6 minutes. So we're gonna go to the hinterlands in the meantime. Because we've got a powerful rift to go find. Yes, I do already have Kaer Oswin. Okay. I'm like, did I unlock that and I just haven't gone there yet? I don't remember. Okay. So, obviously we're gonna need Solus. Because he's the one that unlocked the rift and also because he's my healer. I don't need Cassandra for this, but I will need Cassandra by the time we get to Kaer Oswin. So just in case, I'm gonna put her in my party. Do I want to take Varric or Sarah? I want to take Sarah. Because Cassandra, Varric, Solus is how I ran around the entirety of the hinterlands already. So I don't want to take just the original default party. So we're going to take almost the original default party, I guess. There we go. That took long enough. Jeez. Okay. So. Hi, alien. How are ya? How's things? I have literally just gotten past all of the Skyhold nonsense, and I've finally left Skyhold. I've been at Skyhold for an hour, or almost an hour. Okay, so we're going to take care of this rift, and then we're going to go to Kaer Oswin, because Kaer Oswin is something that I was thinking about one of the last streams, and then did not do, because it does take a little while. And then we're going to get through Kaer Oswin, and we're going to feel bad for Cassandra, and then we're going to go from there. Oh god, what's the easiest way to get up to Dead Ram Grove? This is the one where I always get turned around a whole bunch.
Did you hear?
Oof!
The Inquisition ended the war between the Mages and Templars.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I found the easy way. Hooray. Yay! I found it! Okay. Because it's basically that, or there's a little tiny, weird spot where I always get turned around. Fuck you! Yeah! I 0% need 2 Templars in this group. But again, we're gonna do Cassandra's character quest after this.
Has sent his mages here for something.
Okay. I suppose I should light this place up, huh? Alright. And this one you go straight in. And then you find the stairs. Oh, God. Light these fucking braziers so I don't get totally lost in the dark. Because fuck fighting demons in the dark. Isn't there a song about that, Demons in the Dark? Probably. Alright. Yeah! Oh, a greater shade. I'm intimidated. Fuck you! Have I heard the Blizzard Activision drama? What now? I don't really pay attention to Blizzard because I don't care about any of their games, but also everything I've heard about them tells me that I'm glad that I don't care about their games. Like, it's just every time I hear about anything Blizzard lately, it's something else that they fucked up. Warcraft 3 Remaster was supposed to come out on 2018, delayed to 2019. Yeah, I mean, that's not... That is unfortunately not super new, but, you know, yeah. The thing about game delays, for me, those are, like, finish your game. That is a better answer than overworking devs. Do not overwork the game developers, that's how you end up with shitty games. Or just a shitty industry, and that is way more important than, you know, how fast is this game released. Do not overwork your people. So for that one, it, like, that's probably a good thing, just not if you know, are the one that was waiting forever for the game. Like, I would rather wait for Dragon Age 4, for example. They promised not to remaster graphics, but remaster cinematics, bring new quests, so it qualifies for the price. Yeah. Oh shit! All right, I lit the fucking things, the braziers, and I still can't see where I'm going. Yay! There we go. Okay. Have a friend who's probably mad about it. Been mad since WoW became the only thing they focused on. Yeah. So my older sibling was super into World of Warcraft for a while, but it got to the point where they were pretty much addicted to it, so they actually stopped playing World of Warcraft. That's what I know. The latest thing has been enough, or not even necessarily the latest thing, but one of the latest things has been enough to make my sibling stop playing. Broke the main non-remaster version, so the fanbase got crazy. Yeah, no, that wasn't the reason they stopped, but that's probably not helping their case. This was like a couple of releases ago. My sibling just stopped. Like, they were super pissed off about something a few releases ago that, you know, was like specifically gameplay related, not how does this look, but they just totally quit World of Warcraft, which is fine. Like, I have no opinion on the matter. If they decided that something that Blizzard was doing is shit and they don't want to support Blizzard because of it, good for them. I do not have any information on the subject. and they then started playing Final Fantasy XIV in a much healthier manner, I might add. So they still have their online MMO fix, and it's not super toxic like it seemed like World of Warcraft was for them. And I don't know if that's because of, you know, something about the people playing the game or the way they were playing the game or what, but either way, it is no longer an issue, so I'm glad for it. And then the other thing is I haven't played Final Fantasy XIV because I don't really do MMOs, but they know I'm into Final Fantasy, so sometimes, you know, they'll find something and be really excited about it, and we can actually have a conversation about it because I'm not familiar with the exact game that they're playing, but I'm a Final Fantasy fan and I'm familiar with how a lot of the Final Fantasy games run. So like if they're like, "Oh yeah, my character got this super awesome buff and it does this and it does this," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was in Final Fantasy 12," or, you know, like shit like that. So we can actually talk about the game even if it's not something that I've played, so that's nice. That's not what I wanted. Where's my potion table? There's my potion table. Yay! Refilled potions. Cool. I should level my people before I forget to do that. There is no darkness. Ooh, I get more damage resistance and also willpower. Or, what's this one? Wrath of Heaven! 400% weapon damage. 4-meter area of effect. Stun duration of 4 seconds. 0 stamina. Where do I put this? Oh my god. Played 1 or 2 MMOs, can confirm they are addictive. Fortunately, they were free to play, so I really lost nothing when I stopped. Yeah, that is... I feel like it's important to assess how these things work for you, because I'm certainly not saying that, you know, all MMOs are addictive and therefore people should not play them. I just don't... MMOs aren't my thing. That's not what I'm saying. You know, it is entirely possible to be like, all right, cool, I'm going to raid with my friends and then, you know, do other things. So if that's the way you play your game, awesome, enjoy your game. But the way my sibling was playing this was not healthy. So I had Cassandra has all of this. What can I upgrade here? Throw the gauntlet. No, I don't want her to challenge my enemies. I want me to challenge my enemies. I also don't want her to taunt my enemies. So, or Warcry, rather. Challenge and Warcry. No. So, I guess we'll go back here. She can shield wall and shield bash. I'm good with that. Movement is not slowed as much versus less stamina, more guard, cannot move while blocking. So we need to make her mobile, so we'll do that. People pay $10 a month for WoW. That's not as bad as it could be. You know, people pay a lot more than that for more objectively harmful things. Like a pack of cigarettes in most places is $10, and most people go through multiple packs at least a month, if not a week. Like, you know, I know people that smoke a pack a day. Like, that's 35, 60 over the course of a year. Like, holy shit. And that is objectively bad for you. Let's improve Solus's barrier. What if they both smoke and play WoW? Then they are either extremely rich or they won't have any money after a little while. That's what. Was there anything else that I needed? Philanderous. To the tree on the hill. I can do that. I could have done that on the way around. I'm an idiot. Do I have Philanderous? I think I do. I think I do. Crafting materials. There we go. Plants. I do have Philanderous. I'm gonna drop that at the tree on the hill. Because I knew there was something that I forgot. When $10 is converted to TL, it gets darn expensive here. I'm sure. That's, like... Conversion of money is just such a pain in the ass. Like, the... Economics is literally just how can we make, you know, ourselves look better and everybody else look worse, and or, you know, figure out some arbitrary way to fucking... It's just... the concept of money is stupid. Why do we not still have barter systems? Why can I not be like, oh, you're making a thing for me, I will do something for you in return? Why is that not a thing anymore? That's... Oh, shit, there's a bear. It's level 11. This is not gonna take any time whatsoever. This is gonna be absurd. Fuck you, bear. Ouch. Yeah. Yay, no damage. That amount of monthly money. Fuck no. Yeah, right? Like, that's part of the reason I'm like, no, I will not pay for Photoshop when I have another program that I can learn that does what I need it to do. No, I will not pay for a video game that I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford. Like, if it's a monthly fucking service, I had better be damn sure that, one, I'm going to enjoy it, and two, I'm going to be able to continue paying for it without that being a problem. Oh wait, I can just dispel this, can't I? Yeah, I fucking can. Cool. So, pro tip, the Templar... It's not called Dispel, is it? Hang on. Because I mixed this one up with Spell Purge. Is that it? Spell Purge. So, Spell Purge, you can also just completely get rid of Wraiths. I suggest I play Stardew Valley on my Mac. I am not going to be playing a game on my Mac. That is not something that I am going to get used to. I'm not particularly interested in Stardew Valley, though it is really cute. I don't... That isn't really my kind of game. But also, point-and-click games are not interesting to me. Not my thing. My unlimited internet data plan for the house costs as much as 1 month of World of Warcraft. Holy cow! That's a lot of money. That is a lot. Because, like, around here, I don't know if it would be approximately the same, but around here we end up with most internet plans are around $100 a month. Okay. Oh, I still have Cassandra with Schaefer's Rampart, don't I? Or whichever, shield. Yeah, she's still got Schaefer's Rampart. That's not a very good shield. Oh well. Download a megabyte a second. That's... Yeah. I don't actually know off the top of my head what the speed is for our internet. It's gotta be pretty good, though, because, you know, we've usually got at least one computer going at a time, and also usually a couple of mobile devices that are connected to Wi-Fi.
What has he become involved in?
He's involved in crazy, just like everyone else these days.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Right?
Let's see what lies within.
Let's see what lies within once I loot all this shit. Because there's a lot of shit here for me to loot. I love the way they did the light coming in through the fucking ruins. That's so pretty. And I do uploading, right. You know, but you know, even when I'm not like streaming, which is, you know, actively upload, download, all that shit, I'm also like, even if nobody is doing that, nobody in the house is uploading stuff, there's usually at least one computer connected and a couple of mobile devices connected, so there's a lot of downloading going on all the time. Usually when I'm uploading things on YouTube, that is basically the only thing that's going on. Not always, but that is, you know, pretty much the only thing a lot of the time. Fight me! What's my provider? We have Cox. Oh, right, the Promisers. I forgot. The Order of Fiery Promise. Fight me! Yeah! I can't believe that has no fucking stamina cost. That is a beautiful, beautiful attack. Only I've heard of T-Verizon. Not T-Verizon, just Verizon and T-Mobile, Sprint, and Xfinity. Yeah, none of the above.
Beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Why do they want to end the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes, the world will be reborn a paradise.
That's so
It's
gross.
all nonsense.
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have.
If it's less known, it must be cheaper. Not always. Not always. And also, cheaper does not necessarily mean better. So, they're not that tough. Anyway.
Is it possible to negotiate with them?
They're fanatics, drunk on whatever forbidden magic they can find to make themselves true Seekers. This explains why the
gross.
Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
So what cracks me up about this Order of Fiery Promise that Cassandra's talking about is that, like, these are effectively, Seekers are Templars, but without the lyrium part, which will be, you know, explained better by the end of this mission. So the Order of Fiery Promise is kind of taking the ideals of the Seekers and applying them completely backwards if they're using magic to do it. And, like, weird-ass forbidden magic, like, do you not realize that you're supposed to be keeping Templars in order and therefore also mages? Would I sub for Elon Musk's ISP project? I don't know, because I have not looked into it, but also I think Elon Musk is a dick. So I'm certainly not going to be like, yeah, sure, it's Elon Musk. I don't like him. He might be good at what he does, but I would have to find that out before I say yes or no. I don't know. 20 USD, 100 megabyte upload, download, or so. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to compare things, and I haven't looked into it. Certainly not recently. Dead Seeker! That's nice. It doesn't give me examine, it tells me Dead Seeker. Oh, does Cassandra know this one? I forget.
A Seeker. Did they torture him to death? The Promisers will pay for this.
Yeah, they will. We will make them pay, I promise. Oh, she sounds so upset. I want to fix it. Must help. Also, the stairs cut off after a certain point, so if anybody dies up here, or if the item that you're looking for ends up here, you're fucked. Hey, you! Ah! Yeah! Oh, I love it. Stunned and taunted. Beautiful. Oh, this is my jam. No standard prices. Nope. Not ever. There is no such thing as a standard price. That is part of the reason American monopolies are such a problem, because you get one person, you know, or one company that's fucking up the prices for literally everything.
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care.
Okay.
Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Magister Calpurnia, leader of the Venatori.
I feel like that is a very slightly different letter than you usually find, or rather than I usually find, and it's probably because it's written by Calpurnia, not by Samson, but that's very interesting. They belong together.
Sounds like they're perfect for each other.
I suppose it does. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them.
Yet.
We must keep looking.
We got this.
The letter said Seekers were resistant to red lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to red lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have
Sorry,
numbered among
punched
the
my
Red
mic.
Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
If I wanted internet access in California for my house, if the price was like $50, I wouldn't get the same price. Nope, not necessarily. Nothing is that standardized. It depends on where the infrastructure is, it depends on the company, it depends on exactly how the infrastructure is set up in your particular neighborhood. There is no... And, like, there are... If you ask questions like that to even someone that works in the ISP's customer service department, they are trained to give you the runaround because they can't... Because the fucking system is so complicated, they can't do it. Not even contracts. Nope, because if you move, if you change locations, the contract is then void. It does not matter. Your contract is tied to your location for the specific amount of time that you signed the contract for.
You sound worried.
I am. The Seekers are my family.
Oh, Cassandra. I really hope that's one of our ravens that was just swooping. Swooping is bad. Wait a minute. Do I have that as a thing? I'd better have that as a thing. Do I have swooping? I don't have swooping. There we go. Now I do. Done. There we go. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. Like, if you didn't move, you get the same price for 24 months entirely. That depends on a lot of things, but once you sign the contract, that is how it's supposed to work. Intro deals that increase after months or years, bundle deals with supposedly a slight savings for getting multiple services together. Yeah, it's a fucking mess, quite frankly. Which is part of the reason at my job, I'm like, how transparent can I make this? And, you know, like, I talked to my boss about it. I was like, we don't want this to be weird and mysterious. We want to be upfront about this stuff. And he completely agreed with me, luckily. So, my former employers, the folks that used to own the dojo, were much less business-minded, so they just kind of went with, oh, we're not supposed to tell people this stuff, so we're not going to tell people this stuff. Whereas my current employer that bought the dojo from them was like, that's not fair to your customers. You can't just do that. So he's a lot better about the transparency. Okay. Got all the stuff. Time to continue. Courtyard key. Wait, I say I got all the stuff. I didn't go over here yet, did I? I did not go over here yet. I want to loot all of the things, and this is the only time that I am going to get the opportunity to loot stuff in here, so... I don't remember anything being important or worth a lot of coin, but I'm going to look anyway. Okay. Alright, here we go. Take a left. At least from where we came in. And this is where it gets depressing! Hooray! Once we go through these promisers that are gonna come out. Fight me! Also, fuck you. I said, fuck you. There we go. Yeah! Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so much fun! Alright, so what I should do is I should stun them first and then taunt them, because the taunt effect, the taunt will still be in effect, and they won't get the opportunity to knock me on my ass first. Yeah! Haha! Sweet. Alright, somebody just exploded. Okay. There's also codex entries that I can find. Right there! Haha! Order, Fiery Promise. Consider the time in which the original Inquisition existed. The first blight had devastated the world, tearing down the mighty Tevinter Imperium and leaving nothing in its place. Just as there were several cults of Andraste vying to become the true inheritor of the Prophet's faith, there was more than one group claiming to represent the one true path to deliver the world from chaos. The Order of Fiery Promise was one of these, a band of men and women who decreed that not only was the end of the world nigh, it was necessary. Thedas must be cleansed with fire and reborn as a paradise. This they solemnly promised. They devoted themselves utterly to seeing this come about. Whether they ever drew close to their goal is unknown. The Inquisition eventually crushed the promises during a battle recorded only as the Cleansing of Chauneau. The cult reappeared in the early Divine Age, claiming to take up the Inquisition's mantle after it had transformed into the Seekers of Truth, leading to chantry hunts that did not see the promises eliminated, and again, until the Exalted Age. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Jenny TV. That's history! I was expecting, like, actual information. You are useless, Jenny TV. Oh yeah, a doomsday cult. How about the bills? I am not the one that is paying for the ISP at the moment, so I cannot answer that. But a lot of them around here are, like, at least $100 a month. Like, that's a thing. That is a relatively common charge. I don't know exactly what mine is, but there's also the house phone in it and the cable that I don't use. So it's been agreed that I don't have to pay for the service that I don't use. No, I want to come at this from the other direction, don't I? Like electricity and water, also not a thing. That also varies widely. Like, if you mean my particular average, that's not a question that I am able to answer, and not really something that I would like to answer on stream anyway. But also, there is no general, like, this is what a person should be able to expect, because it depends on, you know, is it city water, or is it a well, or is it this other thing? And then it depends on your electricity is usually around the same, but it depends on the region of the city that you're in. Like, nothing is constant.
Daniel.
And it also depends on the time of year.
Daniel.
You know, because God forbid you use heat or air conditioning.
It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me.
If you are sleepy, go sleep.
I can feel it growing.
Okay. So... I feel like why doesn't really matter all that much right now, because this is extremely upsetting in general, because this is like Cassandra knows this person very well, and he is being slowly consumed by a demon and or red lyrium and or something. And if Tali has seen the blight, she's probably, and she's a dwarf, so she's fucking seen the blight. She's probably looking at this going, there is absolutely nothing we can do about this. We can just end his suffering. This sucks. So it's gonna be one of these two, and I usually go with they will pay because that is directly to Cassandra, but also I don't think I've done this one before, so I'm gonna choose this one because I want to know what she says, and if it's to Daniel or if it's to Cassandra.
Can a demon be grown inside someone?
Savages! I will tear every last one of them apart!
No.
Atta girl!
The Lord Seeker.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra.
That
He
was
sent
worth
us
it just to hear Cassandra
one by one.
fucking
An important
rage.
mission, he said.
Give me
Lies.
more Berserk Cassandra, please.
He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
Should take flu pills. Oh no, don't be sick! Oh my god, get some sleep if you're sick.
Could it have been the demon from Therenfall?
No. The demon came later.
But a demon couldn't simply take his place without anyone noticing.
I mean...
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
Came here.
He's a dead man.
If we find the Lord Seeker, he's dead.
Wait. Don't
I
leave
feel
me
like that should
this,
have sounded a
please.
lot angrier. If we find the Lord Seeker, he's dead. Not,
You should
if we
have
find the
come
Lord
with me.
Seeker, he's
You
dead.
didn't believe in the war any more than I
Like,
did.
come on.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the
Well.
Maker's side, Daniel.
You
You
get
will
that
be
promotion. This is so fucking depressing because all I can think of is Aveline having to kill Wesley at the beginning of 2. Even though this is not technically the Blight, it's basically the same thing.
He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.
I want to give Cassandra a hug because she just had to behead her fucking student, and I have feelings about this. Oh my goodness. Again, depends. My area has some competing electric companies always trying to convince us to switch. Also, electric bill can be higher based on usage, like if it's summer and running air conditioning or winter with heat. Some people have gas heating, gas clothes dryers, gas stoves. Others have electric heat, electric stoves, steam heat. Utilities can vary just by when your house was built and what type of appliances you have. Yes. I think MH walked away, but that is, oh God, that is 90% of the problem. So, my house has a gas stove, and gas heat, and electric dryers, which aren't too bad, like electric washing and drying, and obviously we need air conditioners, but we've also got really shitty insulation. So in the winter, our electric bill like fucking doubles because we have to run like space heaters all the time because it's so fucking cold in the house. No. Typing slow is fine. It's fine. I just wasn't expecting that to be all one chunk. We're good. It's okay. Also, MH is back. Gas is better. It certainly can be, but it also is, I believe, significantly more expensive around here. Because you not only have to pay for the electricity to make the things work, but you have to pay for the gas to make the things work. And that shit ain't cheap either. If you use electric for heating an entire house, that's not... Yeah, that's the problem. But we don't... We have gas heat, but we don't have sufficient insulation, so it doesn't work well anyway. It's not good. It's not good. So we end up needing electric space heaters to basically catch up with the temperature outside. It sucks. We have approximately 8 to 10 radiators per house. Wow. Oh, like the standing ones? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Is the new Inquisitor.
And then some utility companies let you pay an average bill based on predicted past usage, so it's not doubled in winter. Yeah, that didn't occur to me. Stand down.
Call off your men, or this only ends one way.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now.
Right, and then you know,
We became
decided to be the madness.
to
So,
remake
fuck
the
you.
world, to make it better. But what
White
did
metal
we
stuff that
create?
flows... Hotel...
Chantry.
What?
The circles of Magi. A war.
Hotel
that will
water.
see no end.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah, you should sleep, my dude. I agree with you. Why is that an option? Hot water. Yeah, I assumed that was what that was, but that was, you know, not quite English. But yeah, so those, the standing radiators are, you know, they're not too bad. But that's what Alien said is that's pretty much, that's America. It's never going to be the same. And the heating company that my house uses is very, it's your heat is going to pretty much double when you use the extra radiators and things. So it kind of sucks.
You lured your entire order to their deaths.
There was no other choice.
I don't think I realized that Tali
No
had a bunch of
other
tiny
choice?
freckles by her mouth. That's
Have you
adorable.
gone mad?
We Seekers are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped.
My dude,
Don't
when was the
believe
last
me?
time you shaved?
See for yourself.
Oh my
The
god.
secrets of our
Shave
order
your wrinkly
passed to
face.
me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
The right thing, my ass.
And this was the right thing.
Lord Seeker, what you've done.
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future.
Congratulations, you're nuts.
A new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning. Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's will.
Fuck you! I love that that's the fucking, had the subtitle there. Just snarls. It's perfect. Also, Cassandra is flawless. That was easy. I'm so overleveled, you guys. Oh my god. Blowing hot water is way more efficient than burning some metal strings with hundreds of volts. That is a fact. Because that's the nice thing about water. It has high heat capacity, so it, you know, kind of...
He was insane. He had
It will both
perhaps the envy demons
slowly
in-
change temperatures around it and
The Lord
also
Seeker so eager to take
retain
over the Templars.
temperatures to a certain point. Remove the Lord Seeker so he could take over the Templars. It worked.
If so, the plan worked perfectly.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this book of secrets.
I wish to see what's up here. Because the answer is stuff! Oh, that's a work-related question that is important. Oh, hold that thought, guys. Okay. Cool. Sorry, that was my former employer being like, hey, do you have any use for this really cool thing that we, that I have that you could probably use? And the answer is yes. Yes, we can. Combi boiler uses water, electric, gas to work, but it's still efficient because most of them hold the heat in water condensing ones. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, I could do dragons. Steam heat is less dehydrating to people. When I was in a different house, the dry air in winter gave me bloody noses all the time. This house I'm fine. Yeah, a friend of mine just bought a house with steam heat, and this particular individual and also one of our friends are they have the same issue with bloody noses happening a lot. All right, you know what? What I think I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to save super quick. I'm going to run to the bathroom, and then when I come back, I'm going to go deal with some dragons in the Western Approach, because I'm also way over-leveled for that, but also it's like, I don't want to end stream early. So, I am going to drop a BRB in chat, run to the bathroom, BRB! Okay, I have returned. I know, 14 followers, still affiliate. I'm working on it. And what's funny, I actually, my last stream, I gained a follower right at the end of stream, and then also after I ended stream, which was somewhat entertaining. Right. No. The Western Approach? Yeah. Yeah, I guess all of this is go back to Frederick, isn't it? Go back to Frederick and or get the shards. I guess I'm starting up in the Exalted Plains on Wednesday, because I think most of these maps, I don't really have too much to do with most of them. Yeah. It didn't want to let me select that, though, so there we go. Because I'm a dumbass and I fucking rushed the door. So we're gonna go back to Nazar's Pass, and then we're gonna swap out Cassandra for Bull, and then we're gonna fight a dragon and make his day. And then I might, you know, run around and grab some shards before running back to Skyhold, because I can. But first, dragons! And I definitely want Solus for this one. Because fire dragon. The Abyssal High Dragon is a fire dragon. I was actually gonna do, like, a straight-up dragon stream at some point, just for hunting dragons, but one, that wouldn't take very long, and two, trying to do a lot of them at once is not actually a good idea. Because a lot of the, like, I want to be able to use my focus, so that I can open a rift in the dragon's gut, so 5% for each 10% missing health. Fear or scenting blood, range 10 meters. Okay, so we're definitely doing that one. We're definitely doing that one. Dragon Rage. Yeah, we'll do that for Bull. That works. Speedrun all dragons, any percent. That is entirely possible, not gonna lie. You'd have to unlock all of the locations for the dragons, but like if you play the actual game first, the dragon only part would not take very long, but you can't really do just dragons.
It seems very unlikely that she could be,
because there are 10 high dragons in Inquisition, and
One tail feather and one batch of
the
as requested.
lowest level is the one in the
I will certainly note your assistance.
Dragon Rage 40 HP fixed damage regardless of stats or type.
I will attempt to lure her out as soon as my background research is complete. Mistake.
I don't follow.
The ancient Tevinters wrote
Pokemon. Oh. Yeah, not that Dragon Rage. Okay. I don't really do Pokemon, so that was not something I was going to follow, unfortunately. Like, I used to collect the cards when I was little, but I didn't actually play the game. I have one Pokemon game that I have ever played that I own that wasn't on an emulator that I lost the link to, because I had Pokemon Yellow on an emulator that I was playing online, but I don't think, like, I don't remember if I lost the site or the account or what, but whatever. Either way, that one died, but I only have, I think it's Pokemon Silver, and I didn't get very far. I am not, weirdly enough, for a game that is all about, I'm going to collect all of these things, it didn't interest me. And I am all about collecting shit, generally. I am all about, you know, complete the codex, or in that case, the Pokedex, but it doesn't hold my interest. I love watching people play Pokemon, which is the weirdest possible thing, but also, I just realized that Frederick is wearing heels. Which, I mean, of course he is. He's our Legion. But he's wearing legit heels. Holy cow. Okay. So we gotta fight a dragon. Found my Dragon Slayer Rogue Builds clip. I'm just posting it on DC. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Share that on Discord. It sounds like you did a lot of work to get that done. Absolutely. Share that on Discord. Okay, I'm at least gonna get those 2 shards. And then I can run around and get the rest of them because I can, because they're not gonna take that much time. But these are on the way, so let's get the ones that are on the way. One of them is up here. Somewhere. Is it over my head? It's over my head. God damn it. Go up. Go up. 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 God damn it. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I hear the goddamn noise. This is so dumb. Why do I have to run from a particular angle? Ugh. Okay. 1. And then there's another one right in the middle of the fucking thing. And I wasn't actually listening to Frederick, but I'm pretty sure that this is just where the dragon just comes in and does murder. Or is this the one where I have to actually lay the bait? I have to lay the bait, don't I? Oh no, I have to destroy the traps. Ugh. Researchers. They ask for so much. Because I have to destroy the trap and then lay the bait again. Which is just utterly a pain in the ass. Yeah. Oh, I totally did that on the way around. I hope I can see me play Breath of the Wild and scale all the sheer surfaces. It's so much fun! It's so much fun. So, like, once I get my capture card, I am absolutely willing to stream Breath of the Wild, but, like, I would absolutely have to throw a poll on my Twitter or somewhere where I can be like, hey, so, does anybody actually want to see me play this entire game, or just, like, hang out in Breath of the Wild sometimes? Because I will totally 100% this, but also, it's gonna be a while. Because I'm still working on a blind 100% run of, fucking Breath of the Wild. So, like, it's taking a long time because I'm not looking up any, walkthroughs or anything for the most part, but I found there's apparently 120 shrines in the game, and I've found over 100 of them. I think I'm at, like, 104. And some of them are in weird fucking places. If I was gonna stream it, I would absolutely be doing walkthroughs either of my own creation or compiled from someone else's walkthroughs, but, like, that's gonna take a real long time. I don't think you want to watch me 100% that. But I would totally be willing to just be like, we're gonna hang out while I run around in Breath of the Wild, because it's fun. Because, like, my favorite games are the ones where you can just, like, straight up be like, I'm gonna hang around and just do nothing in this game for a long time. It's fun. Anyway, sorry, you unlocked one of my special interests, which is the Legend of Zelda series. That's part of the reason I stream Dragon Age, is because Dragon Age is another one, but running around doing whatever is so much fun. And, like, that way you can be like, no, I'm gonna go fucking murder, you know, a divine beast, or I'm gonna go murder Ganon, or you can be like, no, I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna collect a whole bunch of stuff so that I can make my armor better, and not worry about this.
That made someone angry. Better be ready.
I'll do the low-key thing. I want to be low-key today. I will be low-key today. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, Dragon Age. I'm gonna do 1,000 side quests. Wait, I'm out of side quests. Okay, I guess I'm doing main mission. Oh wait, I'm over-leveled for main mission. This is still low-key. It's just not supposed to be. Yeah! Play all the minigames, find weird exotic mounts, cook the best food, wear fun outfits. Oh my god. I have almost all of the armor that I think you can get in the game, because every time I see something that's Breath of the Wild related, I'm like, I have that! Or I'm like, that's related plot stuff that I haven't gotten to yet. Okay. Because, like, you know, the Gerudo Vi outfit. So the actual male Gerudo outfit, or Gerudo outfit, I don't have that yet, because I haven't gone through the fucking Divine Beast and that part of the plot, so of course I don't have that yet. I have run around, I have done one Divine Beast. I have gone through the, I just almost said the Ruto, that is not correct. I have gone through, Varuta? Is that? That doesn't sound correct. I don't remember. Went through the elephant. I helped the Zora. Strange weapons. Oh my god, the weapons. They're so good. Oh. A friend of mine. I dared to mention Breath of the Wild in front of this person. And this person claims to be a Zelda fan. She is not a Zelda fan. She is a Ocarina Majora's Mask Zelda fan. She has complaints about every other fucking Zelda game in the series. There are 18, and she likes 4 of them. So anyway, it bothers me a lot. So I dared to mention Breath of the Wild in front of her, and I was really excited because I was like, oh, hey, you might be interested to hear this. I figured out I figured out 9 Zelda songs on my mandolin by ear the other day, so I got really excited. This one, like, this one or these 2 were from, Breath of the Wild. So what did she do? She focused on the one fucking song that was Breath of the Wild. And just, like, bitched about it the entire time. I'm like, me? Like, no congratulations about good for you figuring out 9 Zelda songs. Like, 5 of them were from Ocarina of Time.
We'll have to speak some other time.
That didn't get me... That didn't get me to hunt the dragon. I'm gonna go get some shards, and then I'm gonna try to figure out why I haven't gotten to the dragon yet. It's possible that I actually have to go back to Skyhold for that, but that's kind of annoying. So I'm gonna get some shards first. Wear metal and get struck by lightning. Oh my god. So the thing about that, it's not even wearing metal. It's specifically metal weapons. Because it doesn't matter if you have the fucking, like, the Hylian guard armor. I went in the wrong direction for that one. It doesn't matter if you're wearing the Hylian guard armor, which is 90% metal. You will not get struck by lightning if you are not carrying metal weapons or shields. My first Zelda game was the Game Boy Color Oracle of Ages, which is very Link's Awakening inspired, and it broke Jiggy, the actual Zeldathon streamer. Why would that have broken Jiggy? What did you do to him? Was it just that he couldn't believe you played Oracle of Ages? Like, I am perplexed by this. I have pretty much all of the main series Zelda games. I haven't played all of them because some of them are recent acquisitions, but like I have Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Also, great job with the songs. Yay, thank you. It was literally like I didn't do anything with like chords or anything because I have never played a musical. I've never played a stringed instrument before, so chords are a little bit beyond me at the moment, and I keep going, nah, I'm gonna figure out this fun thing first. So I figure out the fun thing, and the fun thing ends up being, you know, I pick out individual notes because I know how that works. Like, I vaguely know how chords work, but I know how chords work because of piano, which is absolutely not the same thing as trying to figure it out on a stringed instrument. So, it's not exactly my forte, but, getting there, you know. If I'm this far over, can I just zip that way and just ride over to this one? Can I do that? Oh my god, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Yeah. Okay. No, come back. Shit. Please? Where is my mount? Did it summon on the other side? There you are. My child. My big spiky baby. Okay, so I have 5 shards left that I can... yeah, fuck it. 5 shards left that I can find. According to him, it doesn't play like a Zelda game, and it was confusing and not intuitive. He was streaming it to practice and was getting very frustrated. To be fair, there are some really difficult parts, but that was funny to me, a really casual gamer who's beat the game and mostly memorized how to do stuff in it. Yeah. That was like... When this person, this friend of mine, ever started breakable weapons, I'm like, okay, but do you realize that you can get almost any of them multiple times, and there are certain weapons that you can literally have remade with stuff that you find? Like the ceremonial spear versus the light scale trident, you can have those remade once you get past the Zora. And by that point, they're not really that good anymore, but you still have the, you know, the 22 attack with a spear, and the spears are a really useful weapon, so it's still like, this is a thing that you can do, but if you know, played the fucking game, you'd know that. I don't think she even played the fucking game to bitch about it, so... Purposely ignoring certain mechanics that would have helped him out. What? Like, what? What was he ignoring? What a punk! I'm so not surprised, honestly. That's very jiggy. From the impression that I get from watching him via Zeldathon and or talking to Sixalona, that sounds very jiggy to me. Okay, where... That's the close one. And then there's one up at the keep, and there's one over here, and there's one through Korikovis. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna take a turn. I have slightly gone the long way. I don't know, but I'm having literally feeder teammates? What is a feeder teammate? Is that like, they die all the time, so you just, I don't know, let them die? I don't know what that is. What does that mean? I'm confused. I don't MMO, so anything that is like MMO specific, I'm gonna be real confused. Intentionally die. Oh, intentionally dying. Gross. That's rude. Why would they do that? Stern note of warning. Clem, don't drink at the mine again, or you're fired. Doran. Okay, well, he's not drinking at the mine. He was drinking near the mine. Did you get fired first, and then come up here to die? Or did you just come up here to die after getting that letter? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go. There's 2 up at Griffin Wing Keep, and I'm not running all the way there. So we're gonna fast travel. One of them is on the ground, right outside. That's not what I wanted. There are rings you can wear to buff yourself or regen hearts, but you never talk to the NPC to start that chain of events. Oh! And you can get an auto revive because that game you can't save fairies in bottles, but he wouldn't. Wow. You know, that... I mean, like, if you're trying to play hardcore, I guess that's a thing, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Jigyu's really the hardcore kind of gamer that would do that specifically to make it harder. Like... Maybe if someone, like... Maybe if his followers voted for it or some shit, but that doesn't strike me as a Jiggy thing for the most part. By the time he was playing Oracle of Seasons, someone had talked him around and helped him set up the rings to not die so much. Yeah. Yeah. That's about right. Okay, how did... This doesn't go all the way through! I made a mistake! Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna jump down here, because I can fucking soak the damage, because I'm a warrior. Yay! Yeah, there was a ladder there that I missed. And I didn't have to soak that damage, but that's fine. Can I just run my way all the way to this fucking shard? I cannot. Not quite. Nearly, though. I probably fucking could have if it wouldn't, like, yeet me into the fucking blighted valley here, because I didn't realize it until, so, someone on the Sayuki Discord sent me toward the, Dragon Age Inquisition, Nightmare Fuel pages on tvtropes.com. I used to get, like, lost in a lot of the fandom-specific, trope pages on there, because especially like the Nightmare Fuel, because it's like they have ones that are just like, you know, this creepy thing that happens in the game, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that was creepy, but I don't think it really qualifies as Nightmare Fuel. And then they have something called fridge horror, and fridge horror is described on the page basically as, you know, you're supposed to be like, you're getting a snack after watching this particular thing or playing this game or whatever, and you open the fridge and you go, oh my god, that thing that happened was so much worse than it seemed to me when I watched it, because this other thing, oh my god, that implies so much, oh my god, oh no! So that's fridge horror. Nightmare Fuel can be highly subjective. His main criticism was some bosses were too much like Capcom, which was the developer. Yeah, but it was a weird disconnect for me, who thought they were normal until I played. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, and like, if you're starting with other Zelda games and you're just assuming that everything is going to work the same way, I feel like you slightly don't understand, like, how long Zelda has been a thing. Like, there's chunks of games that work similarly, and then the rest of them just don't. But, so, before I teleport here, the other thing that I was going to say, the sulfur pits and all of this blackened valley here, this was the location, we're at Griffin Wing Keep, right? This was the location of the, one of the blights, where you have this skeleton up on a pike, and then there's just swaths of black. That's because the land itself is blighted. There's a codex entry, and I can probably try and find it if you're interested, but there's a codex entry that I think it's on ravens, that tells someone wait for the ravens before you... No, it can't be on ravens, because you don't kill ravens. But anyway, it tells someone wait for the ravens before you even go near the land again, because the birds are smart enough to wait for it to be safe. And you'll straight up die if you go try to collect trinkets and whatever from the land. If you listen to your shitty commanding officer. Yeah, I love that codex entry because it's very specific. Now hang on. Nightmare Fuel, because now I'm like, which blight was it? Inquisition. Because it actually tells you which one it was, and my brain wants to be like, yeah, this has to do with in the Western Approach. That one's bad too. Ba 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 ba. I can't find it. It's probably in a spoiler. That's a pain in the ass. Okay. Hang on. Let me... Western Approach. That is the only place the Western Approach is mentioned. One. 2, 3. Wait. There we go. The second blight occurred. That's the Abyssal Rift. All of this shit, that's the Abyssal Rift. That is where the second blight occurred. That's, like, it's still that bad. And the second blight, let me actually look. The second blight began in the Enderfells with the corruption of Zazakel, the old god of freedom, in 1-5 Divine and lasted 90 years. So, the Dragon Age is the 9th named century. So, this was, like, 830 years ago. So, yeah. That's still... Oh, okay. Alright. Anyway. So that's different kind of nightmare fuel. That's... Like, to me, that's the kind of nightmare fuel that makes you go... Like... As a kid, I feel like that wouldn't have bothered me because it wouldn't have, like... Ugh. Anyway. If I get a sucky team for one more, I'll uninstall the game. That is part of the reason I don't do MMOs. Because I would get super frustrated if people were like... If I perceived it as, this person sucks and is making me die, I would not want to play the game. Like, I am not going to get as frustrated if it's like, I die because I suck at this, because I know I'm not very good at video games. I'm going to get really frustrated if it's something like, I think I would win this if not for this one person. Like... This is a thing that is actually happening in a mobile game right now, because there's this mobile game called Habitica, which is basically, it's a task app, but it's like gamified. So, you know, you do your tasks and you get... Oh, shit. Now I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Tell me nobody else is stuck. Yay, nobody else is stuck. Okay. Because eventually Tali will just catch up. So there's a task app called Habitica, and it's set up like an RPG, so that when you do enough of your tasks, you get you do damage to whatever boss you have, yada yada, and you move on that way. Okay, but there's this one person, and this is not a person that I know. This is a person that is like a friend of a friend that was invited into our party, who is the only one doing damage. And is, like, not the only one doing damage, but the only one who is not doing her tasks in such a way that she is doing damage to the party. Because when you fuck up, when you don't do your tasks, it does damage to your party. And she's the only one doing damage to the party, so we're all getting really sick of it at the moment. Okay, so we gotta zip back to Skyhold. Maybe wait a few hours so a different set of players is on. Yeah! I mean, that also is going to be like 11 p.m. for where MH is, but... Either way, if I'm going to get frustrated with someone, I would rather get frustrated with myself / the game, not, you know, a potential teammate. So, I don't really do MMOs. Also, because like, for me, multiplayer video games are only really fun if you actually know the other people. So, I don't know. I would probably be that person failing to do tasks. The challenge is with this app, you can just slightly recategorize them. So, like, if you miss a certain type of task, it doesn't do damage. If you miss a different type of task, because those ones are supposed to be the ones that you do every fucking day, that's the one that does damage. So that's what's frustrating me with this person. And, like, the entire party is just like, we can't kick her out. That's not something that is possible in this app, but we're all getting super frustrated with it because she's doing, like, 15 and 25 damage a day to the party, and we're all taking damage like that, and that's half your health. You only get 50 health in this game. So if she does 25 damage over the course of a day, we're down to half, and it's all because of this one person, and we're all getting super frustrated with it. Like, she's missing a substantial amount of tasks.
The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
Enemy team has level 560 when we have level 40 accounts. Yikes! Is there a level cap somewhere? Because that's ridiculous. Level 560? Yeah, I'll talk to Cassandra, but I want Liliana to be divine, so I'm not going to encourage her to be divine. Is she bothering you?
It seems like she's bothering you.
I hate Mother Giselle. She's...
She means well. So, yes, she was.
I love Cassandra. She's so honest.
Liliana and I are both candidates to be the next divine.
Yes, I have heard that.
Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus, everyone close to you.
I mean,
so now
yeah,
the
but...
Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
Is that even possible?
How can you and Liliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
But they were in the Chantry.
Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner.
Maybe the devs will fix it in a day or two, hopefully.
Part of the Chantry hierarchy.
Because that's like, that is a pretty significant difference. Okay, so I've always selected why am I not a candidate, and it is the funniest goddamn thing if you're playing a male Inquisitor, because Cassandra just looks at you and goes, you're a guy? Of course you're not a candidate. But it is so funny to listen to that line sometimes. Why am I not a candidate?
If they'll pick non-priests, why am I not a candidate?
Because they
I don't want
know
it.
what you are, and they're frightened of you.
Wow, rude.
A weight such as yours would break the
Not inaccurate, but also rude. Are you calling me fat, Cassandra? A weight such as yours? God. Ugh. So rude. No, I'm kidding. I love the places you can go with that. A weight such as yours. That's great. Okay. Alright. So refuse.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
I don't want you to be divine.
Surely
She's not a
it
bad
was
choice,
never
but I
meant to
prefer
be like
Liliana.
this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars. This cannot be what they intended when it all began.
Like, Liliana as divine makes changes. Cassandra is a moderate. Liliana is not.
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh?
And then fucking Vivienne is just a disaster, so... I hope I never get endgame with Vivienne as divine. She's a fucking disaster.
That I see with better eyes.
Like, she is the epitome of the person whose politics would destroy the minority that she is in, but because she herself is in an unusually privileged part of that, she doesn't see it and goes, well, what's wrong with the rest of you? Like, I'm sure this influences the divine decision, and I don't remember what's what.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming.
How exactly?
Did you know Varric is Andrastian?
Oh, that's when
He
that
blasphemes
conversation
with
happens.
every second breath, but
Yes, I
deep
did know
down
that.
He believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Perhaps you must be the one to change it, but I don't want it to be you. I want it to be Liliana. I like your determination. I'd be really curious to play as a faithful Inquisitor, but I'd probably be very frustrated by the end of it. Curious about all the bad or less good endings. A faithful Inquisitor should be able to do pretty much anything that a non-faithful Inquisitor would be able to do. It's just the analog between Andrastianism and Christianity, which I actually went into in the Sayuki Discord, is close enough that it makes me personally uncomfortable as a Jew. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to play a faithful Inquisitor. It just would probably slightly change some of the decisions that you make, or at least the tone of them. It's just something that makes me a little uncomfortable for my characters. I'm going to flirt with Cassandra, though, because I'm incapable of not flirting where I can.
Your determination is admirable.
I love that she approves when you flirt with her.
That is not worth doing with all my heart.
That's great.
It's your most attractive trait.
And she smiles. Ah. Okay. I don't want her to become divine, though. That's not where I'm going with this. I don't want Cassandra to be divine. Oh boy. Shit. And I think there's a war table mission where you can support either Cassandra or Vivienne, but I don't think there is one for Leliana, which sucks so much. I'm gonna look this up because this, like, I don't want this to work this way. Hang on. Oh, I could have been even more of a dick there, and it would have helped a lot. Okay, so at this point it apparently doesn't make a difference what I say, except for where I am with, like, approvals. So, what of Liliana?
You're not the only candidate. What about Liliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy, but she and I remember a different person.
I love that she's still smiling through all of this because I complimented her. This is great. I love Cassandra. I love how fucking sure of herself she is for all of this, because you can just be like, yeah, I think you're hot, but also you're not interested. So I am aware that this is going nowhere, and she's just like, yes, thank you, compliment me. I'm okay with this. It's great. I'd probably use all the save slots to see all different choices and have one be a complete jerk to everyone and pick the opposite of my real morals. At that point, there are so many dialogue choices and so many decisions. It is literally not worth your time to do that, to try to figure that out all on one playthrough. Like, because some of those are really big decisions and they happen after major plot points. So you would probably just have to do it on multiple playthroughs, which is one of the things that I've been doing with my, 10 Inquisitors. But also, like, I am still, like, I am entirely too soft to pick the evil decisions. I can help you become divine, but I won't. I think this one makes a difference.
Perhaps the Chantry needs more than just change.
Okay, well, that's a net zero for this conversation.
I disagree. Without the Chantry, the faithful
She's still smiling, though.
The Chantry must simply be more responsible in how it leads. I suppose I should not be so concerned,
I got
The
approval
clerics
and
keep
disapproval
my
there,
name
so
for
that's
now,
a
nothing
net
more.
0 change. I got
For
+5
now,
and -5.
restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Fact. Alright, well, that wasn't what I was expecting to talk to you about, but that's important too. Hey, Cassandra, let's have another conversation. I really hope all of those glasses weren't hers.
Since the time of the old Inquisition.
And
now
both bottles.
It falls to me.
Then again, I have seen the one, I looked it up on YouTube. There is a scene where if Cassandra super hates your Inquisitor, she just gets absolutely, like, blackout drunk and starts yelling at your Inquisitor for one of these scenes. It is really interesting. So this is not what Cassandra sounds like when she's drunk, for the apparent record. You should have left it. No! Knowledge is power!
That's a lot of not very exciting reading, apparently.
On the contrary, it's a delight. I'm riveted.
I love the sarcastic smirk.
You're joking.
Do you know what the Rite of Tranquility is?
Oh yeah,
The
I know what that
last
is.
resort used on mages in the Circle, leaving them unable to cast, but depriving them of dreams and all emotion. It should only be used on
I love
those
the
who
lighting
cannot
on her
control
scar
their
here.
abilities, but that has not always been the case.
Sounds horrible.
Deprived of all emotion. That sounds...
I always thought it a necessary evil. What finally began the Mage Rebellion was the discovery the Rite of Tranquility could be reversed.
Dun dun dun!
The Lord Seeker at the time covered it up, harshly. There were deaths. It was dangerous knowledge, the shock of its discovery in addition to what happened in Kirkwall. But it appears we've always known how to reverse the Rite. From the
We, meaning the Seekers. You caused the rebellion! I mean, that's not quite fair, because not all the Seekers had this information. The Lord Seeker had this information, and the Lord Seeker is a dick. And apparently the other ones were too.
Why keep that knowledge a secret?
We created the Rite of Tranquility.
Which is also not good.
I told you of my vigil. The months I spent emptying myself of all emotion. I was made tranquil and didn't even know. Then the vigil summoned the spirit of faith to touch my mind. That broke
The
tranquility.
vigil summoned a spirit of
Gave
faith,
me
so like the
viability.
fact that that's always something that's
Seekers did
kind
not
of
share that
stuck out to me. Like
Not
she
with me,
says the
not with the
vigil
Chantry,
summoned a
not
spirit of
even
faith,
with-
not, you know, a spirit of faith was summoned.
There's
Like,
more.
so what happens if
Lucius
this
was
spirit of
not
faith
wrong
doesn't
about
come
the
to
order.
you?
I thought to rebuild the Seekers once victory was ours.
What if some other
Now I'm
kind
not
of spirit
certain it
comes?
deserves to be rebuilt.
Like, how is a non-mage totally sundered from emotion and the Fade? What would that do to a dwarf? Dwarves don't dream. They don't have the connection to the Fade to begin with, so you can't cut it off. You know, the emotion seems to just be a side effect because you have broken someone's connection to, you know, dreams, the Fade, etc., which is, you know, going to be a little different. So, yeah. Anyway.
You said there was more in the book.
At some point, power becomes its own master.
Unfortunately
we cast
true.
aside ideas in favor of expedience and tell ourselves it was all necessary for the people. Will that happen?
God, look
to
at the
us,
fucking...
Inquisitor? Will we repeat history?
I can't get over the fucking textures and graphics in this game. Just, like, part of it is because I'm so accustomed to playing things that came out before the PS4. This was the first game that I played that was just absolutely really, really pretty. But... will we repeat history? Abso-fucking-lutely not.
No, we're nothing like the Seekers.
I wonder how much we resemble what they used to be.
That is fair.
I don't think I've ever seen you so shaken.
It's interesting that they put, your faith has been shaken after she's talking about a spirit of faith coming to her after her vigil. Yeah.
The original Inquisition
Lore.
during a terrible time. But now, we harbored secrets and let them fester. We acted to survive, but not to serve. That is not the Maker's work.
Okay.
If you did rebuild the Seekers, how would you do it?
I can't be the only one remaining. We will always spread to the winds, and some may still be out there. I would find them one by one. We would all read this book, no more secrets. Then together we would establish a new charter. The Maker's work in truth.
But what is the Maker's work?
You keep saying that, but what is the Maker's work?
There is no way to know for certain. That is why we must seek it out.
And that's why I like Cassandra so much.
Because we stopped looking.
And that's actually a very interesting line too, because that kind of highlights the similarities between Leliana and Cassandra, because they both want to find the right answer, and they are both aware that they do not have it. But Leliana's very, like, they're both emotional about it, but in a different way, and they're both very analytical about it, but in a different way, because when you go up to Leliana at the beginning of the game where she's like, Maker, why did you do this? She's, like, actually asking questions out loud. Whereas Cassandra keeps that very, she plays that very close to her chest, as it were. You can do anything. I just want to flirt with Cassandra because I know it won't go anywhere.
If anyone can rebuild them into something worthwhile, you can.
But are they worth rebuilding?
You could make them worth it.
And also, you know what? I agree with everything that was just said. Because if you want to make something better, you fucking make it better.
I could not have done this on my own.
I am pleased with this. I'm also a little bit perplexed that that's the flirt option. Is that what flirting sounds like for some people? Because when I'm saying shit like that to people that I like, I'm just being friendly. Like, oh, I can talk to Bull. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so fuck. I have to talk to Bull, and I have to go back to the war table. I'm gonna go to the war table first. Because of things. Because... oh, I can't do dragon and chargers. Shit. I probably don't have time to do... I might have time to do both. I might have time to do both. We're gonna go to the war table because that one takes time. Or it usually takes time, I should say. I think that one said power required, so that one might not take time. We'll see. But Leliana's free. We'll see if there's anything that I can send Leliana off to do. Because I know she's done, and I don't think anybody else is yet. Because I think Josephine and Cullen were both on these, like, long-ass missions. So we shall see. Okay. Oh my! I got another Inquisition perk when I wasn't paying attention. Hooray! 5% increase in experience earned from killing foes. That's cool. Master Focus, also cool. More healing potions. I don't need that yet. Optimal cutting is always a nice thing. 10% chance to receive extra herbs with each harvest. Increase to the discovery range of the searching action. I don't really need stuff. Special rare inventory, rare materials, high quality materials, elite clientele, 15% better prices. I wonder if that also applies to the Black Emporium. That's a 10% discount, that's a 15. Because if that applies to the Black Emporium, that might be worth getting. Let me actually look that up. A favor for a favor. Black Emporium. Inquisition. There we go. Do. That's not helpful. Is there no... Oh no, there doesn't actually seem to be any drops for it. That's so irritating. There's no information. Damn it. Do. Elite clientele does apparently happen. That is... Oh, no, wait. Shops after buy and sell. It doesn't... Getting the elite clientele perk has a small, fun surprise. That's interesting. Okay, so I never really... One of the things that I almost always do is I always go for eagle-eyed because it means the search function is a little tiny bit better, but I also know approximately where everything is and it doesn't make a noticeable difference. I don't really need the inventory capacity right now. Ditto tempered glass flasks. But I want both of those. Can I get all of these? I can't get all of the things that I want this playthrough. Massage's method, rider's posture, master focus. Master focus I for sure want. More healing potions I for sure want. Massage's method I for sure want because it gets you better experience. Then again, I'm super overleveled. I probably don't need that. I don't really need that. Master focus, healing potions, and then Imperial Court tailoring and tempered glass flasks. That's 4 things. I don't think I can get all 4 of those things. And then there's exclusive training for the Inquisitor, which I specifically cannot do. Shit, I don't think I can get all of these things. Unless the Inquisition itself has the same level cap as your characters, because at that point I might be able to get everything. We're gonna... I don't really need any of this right now, so we're gonna go Master Focus first, I guess. Okay. Leliana is done. An offer from the Crows. With your knowledge of the Venatori and the Crow's intelligence on Enzo, I tracked down a storehouse just outside the city. I can't read this on my television. I hope you didn't want us to leave any of the Venatori alive. Sadly, Lord Enzo was not present, but he may count his life in days. To show we respect our current arrangement, an interesting trinket from our raid on the Venatori. Gita. Rewards received. I don't know what it was. Oh, come on. Bots, why? Ban user. Report. In chat. Bot. Another by followers link. Yes, block. Close. Okay. Sorry. Bots. Anyway, a missing assassin. Word from the crows. We will do this with Leliana. I came here for a reason, and it was dragons. Translate the dragon text. Ambassador Montilier, I have been considering your last letter, and as I do owe you a debt of gratitude for handling the Cumberland incident, I think I may have found something that may solve your mystery. I have an acquaintance in Minrathos who has a brother in that circle's College of Antiquities. A few favors, and he may be able to translate your ancient text, but I should warn you, they are likely to be costly favors. Still, this may be your most promising avenue. Yours sincerely, Baron Maxwell von Serrant. A favor for a friend of a friend can get the manuscript translated by an expert. Hooray! Translate the thing. Translate the dragon text. Anaximander Vetri. That is a very Tevinter sounding name. Holy shit. Esteemed Ambassador Montilier, enclosed you will find the completed translation of your fascinating manuscript, which our scholars estimate to predate the First Blight. The dialect caused quite a stir in historical linguistics. The College of Antiquities would be most interested in further cooperation with the Inquisition should you uncover more Tevene documents from the pre-Blight era. Cordially, Anaximander Vetri. New area unlocked! What do you mean, new area unlocked? Okay. New area? I'm confused. Alright, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm not sure what this is. I don't... A new area has been unlocked? In the Western Approach? I am utterly confused. So we're right back in front of Frederick.
Oh, my fellow researcher. What can I do for you?
The manuscript is translated. Does this just get me the ability to hunt the dragon? Because that's not a new area. That's the same area we've been in.
Migrations? Durant's theory that dragons can't see the color blue is refuted. With those dreadful raiders out of the way, we can finally lure out the abyssal high dragon.
Yeah, that just gets me the... Okay, that just gets me the ability to actually hunt the dragon.
I've made note of the appropriate spots in the wastes for you to place lures.
Cool.
Place this bait, and then... wait. It will be a momentous achievement in draconology.
Cool, I'll bait the dragon.
I'm off to plant the bait for the high dragon.
I cannot wait to hear your observations. You must make note of how she circles the hunting area.
Okay, I'm out.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Alright. Let's go lure a dragon with, you know, the very items that we just ripped out of the traps, I guess. Dragon time! I'm a little perplexed as to why that was called a new location, or a new area, because this is not a new area. This is the exact same area. But it's fine. So alright, the best way to do this is to do this one last, I think. Because... Where's my lures? Oh no, I want to do that one last. We do the one in the center last. Because that's right the fuck there. So we're gonna place this one. And then run all the way out to the side and place this one. And then we're gonna run back into the center and wait.
I want you to know, you're the best.
You're welcome, Bull. I think she comes from... over here somewhere. I forget exactly.
Today is a good day. Today is a very good day.
You're welcome. Where is she? Oh. There she is. Okay. She was circling the hunting area, just like Frederick of Serol expected. We're gonna come over here. And then she's gonna crash directly through something to land. There we go. Alright. Let's go take on a dragon, guys. I don't think I can stun a dragon. Fight me! Yeah. No. Put that leg down. You punk-ass dragon. And there's the guard. Here we go. You ready? You ready? I don't think I can stun a dragon, but I'm gonna try. I said I'm gonna try. Yeah! Solus will be fine. We are over-leveled for this. This is fine. Yeah! Ouch. This would be a really good time for me to still have the shield wall ability, but that's fine, because I'm okay with that. I'm good. I don't ever remember to use it, so it's fine. Fight me! Haha! That shouldn't work as well as it does. Of course Bull's happy. He's like, fuck yeah, I get to fight dragons! Did you see the one, scene where you get to drink with Bull in the tavern and he's just going on about dragons? Because that is, like, one of the fucking highlights of taking Bull to hunt dragons with you. After a certain point, if you take him and Sarah on enough dragon missions, you just max out approval just by hunting dragons with them. It's great. Fight me! Oh yeah, this is going well. We're down to half. How many? Oh my god, I've only used one potion. This is going so well. Ouch, I'm on fire. And to think, that's what happens when it goes well. Yeah. Fight. Fight me. Rage. Anger. Bull's the Reaver. Bull is the angry one. It's fine. Yeah. I love that this poor fucking dragon is just like, you assholes, leave my ankles alone. Ow. God damn it. Like, fuck off. Like, if not for the fact that this is a really fun part of the game, I would just straight up not fight any of the dragons because they're so cool. I was pressing the wrong button there. I hate it when I do that. Ow, 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 fire! Fire hurts! But fighting dragons is so much fun. But dragons are so cool. Dragon down! We did it, guys. I don't care about Deep Mushroom. Hey, Frederick. I'm sorry, my bro. We killed your dragon. Also, Solus, please take a potion. Because you can set the threshold of how many potions your characters will use. My problem is, I don't ever pay quite close enough attention to realize when we are down to that threshold, which is defaulted to 2. So I'm like, yeah, cool, I still have 2 potions left, and then I never realize that that's what happened.
After more than 30 days, I have yet to observe the Abyssal High Dragon in...
I'm sorry, you will not be able to observe the Abyssal High Dragon. I killed it.
The High Dragon attacked me when I planted the bait. I'm afraid it's dead.
She attacked? How wonderful! You had a first-hand view of her behavior. Did you take any notes on her aggressive posturing?
Not as such.
You wouldn't have. No matter. I should very much like to interview you at a later time.
Oh my god, gross.
I could join your Inquisition. My expertise could be of use.
Why
and your
bots?
scouts could help me find other specimens.
Report. Head to Skyhold, please.
Certainly. I'm sure the Inquisition could use a draconologist.
Excellent. I'm sure my research will
In a
be
chat
of
message
great
and
use to you.
also in a direct message. Fucking bots. I'm annoyed. Okay. Okay. And Hissing Waste, I mean, the Western approach is officially off my, my list here. So, we're gonna zip back to Skyhold. We are gonna save, we are going to have a conversation with Bull, and we're gonna deal with the Chargers / Kunari on the Storm Coast, and then I'm gonna go. Because I need to eat lunch. I should, actually wait, it's 12:55, hang on, I have to brain. Okay, I should be able to do just the Storm Coast thing. So we'll do the Storm Coast thing. We will do also this thing. Okie dokie. Yeah. This is why I. Fuck it. I'm gonna talk to Bull. I'm gonna talk to Bull. We're gonna ignore the war table for now. Fuck it. Krem, are the Chargers actually doing a thing, or did we do the last thing already?
Think of any other tasks suitable for the Chargers?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
Fair enough. I'm out.
We'll talk later.
Bull, let's have a chat.
Come on, Krim. I'm working my ass off trying to get you to see that move.
You still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my contacts in the Ben Hasrath. Already verified it with Red.
Okay.
Do you want to discuss this alone?
Not like I was hiding it from my boys. Besides, right now, I need to hit something.
You know they've got training dummies, Chief.
The training dummy might actually defend itself against...
I love that line.
Anyway, the Ben Hasrath letter.
Okay, so what's in this letter?
What did the letter say?
The Ben Hasrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori.
I mean,
and they
good.
really don't like Red Lyrium.
Also good.
They're ready to work with us. With you, boss. The Kunari and the Inquisition, joining forces.
That could be a powerful alliance.
It's at least worth saying I'm interested. Because, you know, Tali's at least like, gasp.
They found a massive red lyrium shipping
This could work. She doesn't actually think it'll work, but it's worth
They wanted us to hit it together.
saying
Talked
something.
about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big war ships in action.
Did you see that? Go get some water.
I understand that tone of voice so well because he's just like, all right, yeah, if you're gonna mouth off.
What does this
What's this
alliance
offer?
really get us?
They wouldn't use the word alliance if they didn't mean it. Naval power. More Ben Hasrath reports. Kunari
Yay, more reports.
It could do a lot of good.
Yay, pointing Kunari at the Venatori.
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's... I'm used to them being over there. It's been a while.
Oh. Fair enough.
I thought the Kunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah. Just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change. And a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
Let's do it.
I think the Inquisition could use some help from the Kunari.
Good. I'll pass on word to Colin and Red. We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
Alright. I don't recall if this actually requires... Fine. Cassandra's just standing there, which probably means that there's something she has to say. But I'm gonna not do that right now. So, we're gonna go to the Storm Coast with Bull, and I don't know who else yet. Storm Coast. I do not, in fact, have to go to the war table for this. Okay. So rendezvous is up here. So the easiest way to do it is go from the Hissarian camp, I would guess. Who do I take with me? I always want Dorian because he's a sassy bitch. Obviously I need Bull in my party. And Solus has usually got some very interesting things to say, too. I don't know if I want to take 2 mages and 2 warriors and 0 rogues, though. I don't recall any of the... I've never taken Cole. Shit. Oh, man. Solus usually has some very interesting things to say. But I don't remember what he says here. Dorian, I remember what he says, so I don't want to automatically go with Dorian. So I will... I don't want to do this in this order, though. I want Cole, Bull, Solus. Because Dorian just basically says something about, oh, yeah, like you know, leash your mages. Yeah, that shit. And, you know, is talking about, you know, freedom because, of course, because Dorian. But I think I brought him last time, so I'm not going to worry about it that much. I don't recall bringing Cole. I don't recall what Solus says. And Bull has to be in my party. That's the downside to this, is that, like, I've never brought either of the party warriors for this, because Bull's already in your party. Is this a text that's important? This is a text that is potentially important. Okay, that's... I'm not going to worry about it right now. That's fine. Yeah. Y'all. That's not what he asked. Read more closely. Oh no, that is. Never mind. Okay, I can't read. Whatever.
All right. Our Kunari contact should be here to meet us.
Oh right. You can just teleport in and it puts you in the right place. I forgot.
Good to see you again, Hisrod.
Gat! Last I heard, you were still in Saharan.
They finally decided I'd calmed down enough to go back into the world.
Boss,
This is one of the most illustrative
We work
conversations
together,
about the Qun.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor. Hisrad's reports say you're doing good work.
Bull is Hisrod.
Iron Bull's name is Hisrod.
Under the Qun, we use titles, not names.
My title was Hisrad because I was assigned to secret work. You can translate it as Keeper of Illusions
Or
liar.
Liar.
It
It means liar.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
Poor Bull. I mean, also, you literally chose, well, I shouldn't say you literally chose that job. You were literally, groomed for that job, would be a better way to put it, I suspect. I'm thrilled.
It's so nice to hear friends say good things about me in their secret spy reports.
He does. But they aren't really secret, are they?
Look,
I don't read them.
Relax. Unlike our superiors, I know how it works out here. We're in this together. The Tevinter Imperium is bad enough without the influence of this Venatori cult. If this new form of lyrium helps them seize power in Tevinter...
Bull reminds me
Gundar
of
could get
Garak
worse.
from Star Trek
with
DS9.
this stuff, the Vince could make their slaves into an army of magical freaks.
I
We
can't
could
pull
lose the
that
Heron and see a
character
giant
to
Tevinter
mind
army come
because
marching
I
back down
haven't
here.
watched
The Ben Hasrath agree.
DS9.
That's why we're here. Our dreadnought is safely out of view and out of range of any Venatori mages on shore. We'll need to eliminate the Venatori, then signal the dreadnought so it can come in and take out the smuggler ship.
Why does he remind you of this character?
There might be Venatori mages on the ship as well, if the Dreadnought can't handle them.
It's unlikely there'll be more than 2 or 3 mages on the ship, and they'll be dead by the 3rd shot. On land, though, a half-dozen Venatori attacking the dreadnought from cover could do some serious damage.
Fair enough.
If it's dangerous for the Dreadnought close to shore, why not attack when the smugglers reach open water?
Any decent smuggling
Because they have a
ship
little
can
tiny
outrun
smuggler
a
ship.
dreadnought on open water. We need to catch them close to shore.
Okay.
I could have crushed any Venatori resistance with the Inquisition's main forces. Why not use them?
Because then they
Because
would know
then
you
the
were here.
Venatori would have seen you coming and run.
The Qun reminds me of the
set you up on a new
Cardassian
shipment
plot.
for
Oh!
us, and our
Oh,
spies
Garak's a
might not know when
Cardassian.
or
Okay.
where.
I mean, that makes sense, but
But
I
it's our
don't
best
tend
chance
to
to
assume
destroy
that
the
I know
Operation
what
permanently.
names of races from a show that I have seen the beginning parts of rather than the later parts of. Like, I would probably recognize, you know, your average Vulcan name as being a Vulcan name, because they all have a relatively similar sound, and also there are naming conventions that I have read. So, I will, you know, often, not always, recognize a Vulcan name, but Cardassians I am super unfamiliar with, actually. Because that came up in TNG right around the time when I stopped being familiar with TNG. And then I haven't watched DS9. I've watched a little bit of Voyager.
Let's go hold up Aaron.
So I'm not super familiar with the Cardassians, but yeah, the Qun does. That is fair. That is very similar, actually. The difference is the Cardassians also have a little like a little tick of Tevinter, because basically the only nation that still has like legit slaves in Dragon Age is Tevinter. They just enslaved all of the fucking elves. Like, if you're an elf in Tevinter, you're a slave. That's it. So like there's that little thing, because the Bajorans were not treated like people. That's fuck the Cardassians. From the knowledge that I have of the Cardassians thus far, and that does not reach very far, fuck what I know of the Cardassians, they suck.
And you decided to start following the
The difference with the Qun is that
I just watched a giant horned warrior kill the Magister who hurt me.
what he just said. So this story is something that is very very interesting about the Qun that from what little I know, admittedly, wouldn't work with the Cardassians.
He never told me about this.
One of the few things he hasn't shared with you, I gather. Sure, Bull. Share the secret Ben Hasrath reports, but keep that bit where you save the elf boy to yourself.
Is Bull in trouble? Hang on.
Is Bull
Let me
going
see
to
if I
get in
can...
trouble for passing those reports on?
Oh no, he already said it,
Hasrath
didn't he?
aren't pleased with how forthcoming Bull has
He already
been,
said it.
but he was
I
one
lied.
of their best agents.
But,
He kept the streets clean in Sahara longer
you know,
than anyone before him
he
or
just
after.
went, oh,
He fought until it nearly
alright,
killed him.
well,
The Ben Hasrath trust him enough
we
to
murdered
accept
this
how
Vint,
he joined the Inquisition, even if they
and he
don't.
has a tiny elf boy as a
They
slave.
have discarded tools
Let's
that might still have some
take
use
him
for
in.
me. That's why I have a job.
It sounds like
And then this
fighting
happened.
Khun hasn't always been easy.
I had a temper. Bull's nickname for me, Gat, comes from Gatlock, the explosive power in Canary cannons. I was so angry when I was first freed. I wanted revenge. I wanted to find my family who was still enslaved in Minrathos. I thought about leaving when the Kyun didn't tell me what I wanted to hear, but I didn't.
Why not?
The Canary were always ready to listen, to teach. They cared for me as much as one of their own. And if I leave, the parts of the Kyun that I don't like are never going to change.
That particular exchange is very illustrative to me, because the way the Kyun interacts with Thetis, you're right, it does sound a lot like what I know of the Cardassians in Star Trek. I keep almost saying the Kardashians for the record. Like, I have no interest in the Kardashians, but also, you know, I have about as positive an opinion. So that aside, the way Gat talks about, but I can change it if I stay, that's something that's very, very different.
The Ben Hasrath usually pick elves or humans to work outside
Again,
of Kunan.
impression, because I am not
A little harder to spot.
familiar
I've worked
with
in Orlais and
later
Asara,
portrayals
probably
of the
for a few years
Cardassians,
now.
but... And I know that in Star Trek it is
When I was old enough, I fought for their forces in
fully possible that something will,
much else.
like,
It took me a
straight
long
up
time to accept the Kyun,
be
to get
opposite
past
what it
just
was. Look at the Klingons and the way they changed that. Look at the Romulans and the way they changed their portrayal. It's super different. There end up being some decent Cardassians who are dissenters against their government/military's actions, but there's going to be some uncomfortable parallels drawn, and they're on purpose. Yeah, absolutely. That's about what I expected. And that part broadly is very similar, because the way the Kyun interacts with Thetis, like I said, is very similar to the way the Cardassians, at least in, you know, earlier episodes, interact with the Federation. And then, you know, there's apparently dissenting Cardassians, and you meet Talvashoth, and you meet, you know, people like Gat, where they don't fully agree, but they're not being, you know, cast out or brainwashed. They're being taken in. So there's a lot of gray area with this. The one thing that makes me a little bit uncomfortable is the way people try to draw parallels from the Kyun to real life sometimes, because a lot of them don't work. Because there's a lot more gray area in many, not all, obviously, but in many actual real-life situations than there seem to be with regards to the Kyun or the Cardassians or whatever other analog you want to make. Like, it's fantasy.
To be honest, I don't really understand enough of the Kyun to judge it.
I think you have to be raised under the Kyun for it ever to make sense. The people who join as adults either end up unhappy or, well, for many, it's just a kind of form of slavery. I like the simplicity.
And technically he did grow up under the Kyun.
It's the right place. Other parts I've struggled with myself.
Actually, here's an interesting thing. So in the in Inquisition, when you have all of these different sets of armor, I want you to notice that his is a Dalish warrior armor, I believe. It is the male armor for one of the very specific elven armors. And have this is restricted to elves. You have this is restricted to elf trained.
Understood, Chief.
Remember,
if you have a piece of elven mage armor, Solus can wear it, because he was elf trained. He was, you know, literally trained by elves. But
getting close and take their
if you
enchanter down
tried to give
before
a
he takes
piece
over the
of
battlefield.
elven rogue armor to Sarah, she can't wear it, because she's a city elf, but she wasn't raised by elves. She's human trained.
Yes, I know. Thanks, Mother.
She was raised by humans, so she's human trained.
Remember?
We'll be fine.
So
All right, Chargers.
it's
Horns up.
most
Horns
of
up.
the
Ready whenever you are.
inventory items are divided up like that. You will occasionally have something like I think Vitar specifically says Kunari only. Oh no, it does say Kunari trained only. So that's very interesting. I didn't realize that.
I'm ready
But
to head out, Bull.
Right. Chargers.
so he Gat over there is
Drinks are on me.
and this is an NPC thing, so it doesn't actually make a difference, but the fact that they gave him elven armor instead of something that looks more Kunari surprises me a little bit. Fuck Ducat, he is the Cardassian who's always wrong no matter what he's doing. He's terrible. There's lots of him. He's the recurring antagonist. Wonderful.
It's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy
Yeah.
lifting then.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
old
Yeah. Oh, I should make sure that Cole has used all of his ability points that he hasn't used yet. Oh, look! No. No. Hang on. Also no. Nah! That's not what I wanted. You can literally just deselect this shit, and I forget that all the time. So, okay. We're gonna do this one, for sure. And then we're gonna... What are we leveling? Mark of Death? Mark of Doom. Yeah. Hidden Blades. Ooh. We'll do that one. Cool. Alright. Now we can continue.
Vince up ahead.
Don't let them warn the others.
We got this. Stun. Taunt. Yeah. Ouch. I stunned all but the one with the big heavy shield. I'm annoyed. Which, I mean, that's fine, but also... Is Solus gonna sass
I don't
someone?
see any tattoos, but you're carrying a staff. Are you from a Chantry circle?
No, and I would prefer not to discuss it.
Have I done something to offend you?
You joined the Qun?
Oh my god.
After they rescued me from slavery.
Oh my god.
And put you into something worse?
Oh my god.
A slave may always struggle for freedom, but you among the Qun have been taught not to think.
Solus, not the time.
Solus has no chill!
We're close.
He does... Oh, that was... worth it. Okay, I'm pleased. That was worth it. Hey you! Fuck off! Yeah! And this time I stunned the one with the big heavy shield, and I'm glad. Or apparently gladiator.
Can you make out any of your mercenaries down there?
Not from here. Probably a better view once we take the Vince camp.
Worried?
True.
They're my men. I've been with some of them for years.
Okay. Fight me! Come closer so I can stun you. Yeah! That was so much fun. Oh, this is great. This is great. Good decision. Cool. So alright, as a like Your character made this decision, I do not and will not ever understand the thing with choosing to be a Templar, but also it's so much fun to play one, apparently. This is great. I love the Templar abilities. And I'm really glad that they didn't require a faithful Inquisitor for this to be a thing that you can do, because you can just straight up like come in as a non-faithful dwarf Inquisitor and they'll be like, yeah, sure, you can learn your Templar shit, it's fine. It's a discipline just like anything else.
We're clear, Gat.
Right. Signaling the Dreadnought.
Chargers already sent theirs up.
Yay!
Down there.
Yay! Good job, guys.
I knew you gave them the easier job.
Nah.
There's the Dreadnought. That brings back memories.
Good ones.
Nice one. Crap.
They're gonna die if they stay there.
Chargers can't stand against that kind of force.
No, they can't.
Your men need to hold that position, Bull.
They do that. They're dead.
And if they don't, the Venatori retake it and the Dreadnought is dead. You'd be throwing away an alliance between the Inquisition and the Canary. You'd be declaring yourself Talvashoth. With all you've given the Inquisition, half the Ben Hasra think you've betrayed us already.
I mean,
I stood up
no.
for you, Hisrad. I told them you would never become Talvashoth.
Okay, but it's just a word.
They're my men.
I know, but you need to do what's right, Hisrad, for this alliance and for the Qun.
I love how utterly fraught they managed to make this decision while you know almost nothing about the Qun. You're looking at Bull, who is Kunari, and going, okay, you need to leave your culture so that you can save your friends. And that's a hell of a thing. And I went with the Dreadnought one time so that I could see what happened. I immediately felt like a monster because everybody fucking dies, because of course they do. And I swear to God, I blocked out the fucking the following scenes. I swear to God, it was so depressing.
Call the retreat.
And also, spoilers. If you go with the Dreadnought and you choose not to save the Chargers and the Chargers die, obviously, Bull is still Kunari, not Talvashoth. And then he betrays you at the end of Trespasser.
For them.
And I had him in my party because I knew that that was going to happen, and he goes from calling you boss to calling you Bas. B-A-S, the Kunari word meaning thing. And it's just a little tiny difference in enunciation. And it is rough. He has a name.
His name is Iron Bull.
I suppose it is.
We're right here. We have the Inquisitor who could open a rift on the Venatori and save everyone. If only! I know, right? Like...
No way they'll get out of range.
But that would require something very similar to blood magic, because that requires summoning demons, pretty much.
Canary dreadnoughts don't seek.
What I find very interesting is they don't give you the option to be like, alright, well, I'm a Templar, I'm gonna dive the fuck down there and use my Templar shit. But they're likely trying to tell you that you're too far away to help the Chargers. That's the idea. You can't do that. You know, there is a range limit to all of your abilities, unfortunately. But, you know, that's a thing. I love just kind of remembering that Bull is voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. because if you've seen him in anything, you've heard his regular voice, and then you hear him say something in Inquisition like that. Crap. And you're just like, where did that deep voice come from?
Inquisitor, it is my duty to inform you that there will be no alliance between our peoples. Nor will you be receiving any more Ben Hasrath reports from your Talvishoth ally.
You under orders to kill me, Gat?
No. The Ben Hasrath have already lost one good man. They'd rather not lose two.
The one thing that disappoints me a little bit is with the tattoos, and then they don't stick around in cutscenes because he's not wearing all of his armor. I miss the tattoos. I love the tattoos. They're so good. Anyway, it's fine. We can minimize losses, but are you okay? I don't remember slight approval changes, I think, but I don't remember what they are, so I'm gonna...
The loss of the Ben Hasrath information will hurt. Can we smoke out some of your...
Fair enough.
Sorry, Chief. Still sore from fighting off all those events. Good to see you, Inquisitor.
Alright, well, I think that just, like, slightly skipped. So, due to buffering, Bull was saying we might be able to identify the agents that replace the old contacts. Glad you're okay.
That fight against the Venatori was a bit dicey.
We knew that you and the Chief had our backs, your worship.
Damn fucking right we did.
A cask of chasing sack mead for the charges tonight.
Damn it, Krem. That's the kind of thing you don't have to mention to the Inquisitor.
Sorry, Chief.
I mean, I don't care. You can drink your sack meat. I might want to join you.
Ah, forget it. You're doing fine.
Hooray! Alright, so I am going to save up right the fuck here. And then next time I will hopefully remember to talk to Cassandra because she's standing there and just standing, which usually means she has something to say. So, I'm going to call that my stream for today. So, the usual stuff. I have a Twitter account. Twitter is where I usually drop all of my updates on when I am streaming, what I am streaming, and polls like, hey, what do you want to see with this particular stream? If I have any, choices up, which is part of the reason I'm playing Tali first and not Ruben, who is my next Inquisitor that I will be playing. But first, I'm going to go through possibly Assassin's Creed Origins. I'll find out. Anyway, so that's Twitter. I also have a Discord. Have an excellent day, Alien. I have a Discord. It is very small at the moment. There's only a few of us that hang out there, but everybody is welcome. You can always come in and drop a few messages and, we're pretty friendly in that small little Discord, and if someone isn't, I have the ability to remove them. But anyway, everybody is pretty friendly. And we like talking to new people. It's fun. Also, last but not least, if you like what you saw today, if you want to make it potentially a little bit better, I have a Ko-fi account. If you have a couple of bucks to spare, you can head over and buy me a coffee. Currently, all of that is going towards getting me a capture card so that I can put, like transition screens and cool stuff like that up so that it doesn't look like I'm just, like straight up not here if I, run to the bathroom or refill my coffee or whatever. So if you have a couple of bucks to spare, you can throw me a coffee on Ko-fi. It is not going to be something that I get immediately, even should it become fully funded very soon, mainly because I have some other expenses to take care of. This month has been a little bit interesting, and also I just bought a pen display, which is going to make some other streams in the future really cool. But anyway, let's see if there's anybody that I can raid. Who's doing what here? Let's go. What is that? I have never seen this title before. What is this? What is this? What is this? Let's go raid. Sneak Assassin. They're playing a little bit of Monster Hunter World, which is not something that I have really played a lot of, but a lot of I've been showed some clips of it, and a lot of people have actually recommended it to me, and it looks really cool. So we're gonna head over and see how Sneak Assassin is doing today, and watch them kill some monsters. I will be back on Wednesday. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, evening, whatever time it is where you are, and I hope to see you soon. Have a good one. Bye.